Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's cricket.com. Watchalong time on a super Sunday. We're 2 balls late. We apologize, but look, we're here. It's raining in Bangalore, so I had to really kind of scamper off this really quickly. Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill out there. Remember, India winning the toss and choosing to bat. And there's one forced change. Ravi Bishnoi coming in for Kuldeep Yadav, who apparently was hit in the hand. It's a precautionary worry. But look, my name's Avnish Hegde. And I have Akshay Kumaraswamy with me. Akshay, how are we in this Sunday evening?
I mean, I'm wearing something in maroon, so you can probably take a hint from that.
Okay, fair.
Apart from that, you know where my loyalties are at right now.
I know. I mean, essentially, we're asking you guys a lot of questions to get chirpy in the comments, like you guys always do. One of them is, what will the series scoreline look like? West Indies drew first blood. They're 1-0 up. Can India, again, repeat what they did last year, make it 4-1? Or do you think there are more surprises in store?
There definitely could be, given the kind of squad they've gone ahead with and also the kind of 11 they're playing.
Yeah.
Again, there's no batting depth whatsoever. They're playing with 4 tailenders. Kuldeep was probably the best bet in terms of batting abilities amongst the 4 now. Even he's in there. Ravi Bishnoi, number 8, I'm not sure how is that going to play out. But yeah, it is going to be difficult if their top order fails to go all guns blazing again.
Fully agree with you. Now, India did... Hardik Pandya did admit at the toss that it's a beautiful batting deck. Only time will tell how much they can muster. I'm getting already, in terms of vibes and prediction scores, 189 for 5. Random shout. Do you agree with me, or do you think more or less?
See, again, the thing is, all of these, I mean, the entire batting lineup of India right now, they have 6 match winners in their own rights. Like, even if one of them gets going, they can go on to, score a big century. And
who would you like to see get going?
Samson, ideally. Again, right? Crowd favorite, deserves, and also played well in the ODI series. Barring that first ODI, he played well. He scored a 50 as well.
Correct.
And Gill also have a soft corner for him because he's had a horrible tour, to say the least.
Correct.
He's hardly gotten any runs. It's high time he also...
Whereas Kishan on the other side, I mean, they have fantastic ODI series. He got found out in that first T20I, but let's see how that kind of goes along for him. And Tilak Verma, who of course was brilliant the last time out. Maybe it was beginner's luck, or we'll see. We'll see.
Just one thing though, like if I were an Indian, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I am
of course, I think fan. You are, sure.
I am.
Check your passport.
Again, just to be clear, I'm rooting for the underdogs here. That's it. And India, also the way, India have gone about their team selection, I just don't feel like supporting them right now. That's it. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, you know what? I'm fully with you here. And people won't like us right now. They'll be like, who are these guys? They're Indians, but they're supporting the West Indies. Essentially, this is what I have in terms of enjoying this tournament. I mean, series. I forget the tournament word. Series, essentially. 3-2 is what my call is. So I want West Indies to go 2-0 up. And then India to make it 3-2 in some dramatic style, Sanju to play a part of it. Now, I know that this needs to be changed, so I think our producer will run in. Sunday's all going off here. It's a short ball, and it's 6.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Rank by delivery, that, of course, deserve the treatment.
That's out of the ground.
Yep. And also, just to close the point I was trying to make then, as a Team India fan, I actually don't know if I'd be very happy to see Kishan, amongst the runs, because that would simply complicate things further.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, just from that perspective, of course, great for the guy. He needs some runs and all of that, but it'll just complicate things. And I don't want them again, tweaking the already set lineup for the World Cup and all of that.
Yeah.
So there is a certain pecking order they've gone ahead with. They've really backed Kishan. Let's see. Let's not sort of count our chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, now that you can see the ad which is popping up, download the cricket.com app. It's a brilliant opportunity for you guys to just check us out, because we do a lot of things in terms of written features as well, which is available on the website. We've done some cracking interviews off late. Riyan Parag comes to mind, and there's plenty more content coming this remainder of the week. In fact, me and Akshay will probably be doing the Monday Night Live. Not probably, will be doing the Monday Night Live. Tomorrow, what time is it?
Exactly. That reminds me, let's do a poll. Let's have the poll. Yeah, Shaunak, if you're listening to us, just make sure, let's set up a poll. Guys, do let us know what time works for you. Tomorrow we'll be doing our Monday Night Live, just like last week. A lot of interesting talking points. Of course, the RCB boys here, we will be talking about something RCB related.
For sure. I mean, look, I'm not that happy with Andy, but it makes for a good conversation.
Sure, yeah.
Also, I don't know. I mean, was the communication there with Mike Hesson and all of that? So lots of that chat in tomorrow's show. I'm happy with no changes to the team, saying Vasant Ryan. Good on you, by the way, for being the first one to get your comments through. Lots more have been trickling in, which we'll get on the screen. But he goes on to say, but personally, I want India to bat first in all three matches and give Ishan, sorry, let's take that comment back before we get to the Liverpool fan. Give Ishan all 5 matches. If he fails, India should move on from him. I mean, no. I mean, you can't say move on from him. That's a little tough. But I guess then the others, it's like almost like a rotating door, right? If Kishan fails, then they'll probably usher someone else. Gaikwad's still waiting on. Oh, my word. Akil Hassan's bowled 2 pearlers, one literally. A lot of flight, and this one was just an arm ball. Brilliant.
Jeez, that was well bowled, man. Well bowled.
He's come back well after he's gone for 6 in his first ball. So India 8 for none, 1.5. Junior Sync streams in essentially. We're watching it on DD Sports, which is 5 seconds faster, Akshay, than the rest of the...
Yep.
Essentially, I mean, good old DD Sports. Otherwise, when was the last time you even watched DD Sports?
And when was the last time you associated something fast with DD Sports?
Yeah, I think DD Sports, the only time I watch DD Sports is probably when the Olympics is on as well, because then they'll have select top India games, apart from the broadcasters as well. So let's play Chachan's game in terms of predicting the opener's score today. I think Gill's going to get a steady 35.
So what's that, like a
and
50
Kishan
ball
11.
35?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, not 50 ball 35. I heard this 15 ball 35. I'd go for like a 28 ball 35 and a 13 of 11.
That's a strike rate of 125. That's more than steady, to be honest.
Maybe. By the way, speaking of predictions, both of us are donning the cricket.com merchandise. I've got Nitin Menon, of course, which you can see. This fantastic merchandise. He's wearing the off-day one in white. And we have plenty of colors as well. So all you guys have to do is tell us how much India will get in this first innings. Bang on prediction wins. And the first person in the comments who says it wins. Essentially, if someone says 169 and the other person says 169 as well, essentially we'll give it to the person who said it first. So that's only fair in us. So I will start, like I said, 189 for 5 is my prediction tonight.
All right. And before you jump from one prediction to another, Gill's predictions, Introspects also made some. He says Gill might get a 20 ball 26, Kishan a 30 ball 52. That's pretty optimistic.
Yeah.
Just to close that that round of predictions, Gill had a 9 ball 3 last game.
Yeah.
I don't see why he can't replicate that today. So I'll just stick to that.
I agree with you. And so far, the West Indies have kind of bowled well.
Yeah,
to him.
exactly.
I mean,
he's on 1 of 5. 3 of 9 isn't too far-fetched, to be honest.
True. I mean, you look at Gill sometimes and you kind of get that Kohli vibe where he doesn't want to throw his wicket away cheaply.
Yeah, fair.
And
fair.
I know that sometimes when he's really in it, when he's seeing the ball well, like he did in IPL, he has that fearless element to him. But again, his first 10 ball strike rate will be interesting to see. Just the numbers over the last... Because his control percentage in T20 is great and all of that, but he likes a few sighters.
But who cares about control percentage when it comes to T20 cricket? Like, who cares?
I'm not saying that's a good measurement at all, but...
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's drifting, is it?
No, height, I feel.
And height, maybe. Do you think India should have brought a batter instead of Bishnoi looking at the last game? I didn't like how their tail was so long. I agree with the bloggers. And I think it's my good old friend Samir Alana who has a different...
I was about to ask you, is that I knew he was...
Samir and his...
oh, wait, dude, that looked very close. By the way, just a second. That looked extremely close.
I mean, it hit back, but like you said, height and going down a little bit.
I don't think height was an issue anymore. Maybe sliding down legs down. Yeah.
Aman, good to hear from you. Don't underestimate Bishnoi's batting. He made a crucial 3 out of 2 and LSG RCB. Don't remind us. Do not remind us.
Oh, wait, I thought it was coming. Wow.
That is some movement, lad.
That's a good ball, and
that is brilliant from Joseph. So now Gill's kind of, I mean, the release shot's going to come quicker than we think.
He's already attempted one right now.
Kishan losing shape, swinging hard. Rakshak Venkatesh. Yeah, in the previous over, he got a 6, but I know what you mean.
But that's always been the case with him. He is someone who sort of, lives by the sword, dies by it, and just goes after it.
In those awkward positions.
But yeah, you said 189 for 5. I'm not sure it's a 189 kind of surface. At least by that's a shot. Boy, that's a shot and a half.
Shubman Gill. Oh, my word. That's hit the scoreboard flat. And he has something to show now. I mean, I don't think that was the go-to ball right now because Gill was anyway going to go for it. So you may as well would have pitched it up to see if he was going to probe and prod at the other one, but it wasn't to be. But what a shot that is.
True. And shows exactly why if this guy gets going,
Oh my word.
the Indian team would have very little to worry about.
It says 85 meters, but yeah, I get the fact that West Indies stadiums are kind of smaller. So 85 meters in terms of the West Indies stadiums, at least is a 100-yarder here in India, for sure. For sure. By the way, keep your comments coming through. There's plenty of stuff to win.
Catch it, boy!
No, he's not got
Catch
that.
it, catch it,
There
catch
is a
it!
man. He's taken it. He's taken
I
it.
said a 9-ball 3. He got out on a 9-ball 7. Come on.
Oh
he's
my
got
word.
half a
Shubman Gill goes. And India. And well, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say.
I mean, in your defense, a steady 7. That's 1/5 of what you said.
Yeah,
it was
1/5. I mean, literally just leading edge, so much so that I went to the sweeper on the offside.
True.
And it was Hetmeyer. And it was almost like, what, this part of the bat?
Yep,
Literally
exactly.
this part of the bat. Which bat is this, by
Look
the way?
at that. Look at the kind of analysis we do here, guys. Come on. Where else would you see which part of the bat is it hitting?
Can you identify these cricket signatures?
All right.
I have no idea. I think it was like a memorabilia.
Are we even sure if these are cricketers?
I got it from the IPL. I won't
Alright.
tell you which match because I'll give away.
All right.
This year. And you know which ones are travel for fan camps.
Exactly. I'm just trying to recollect from that.
By the way, I need to do a shout out to my own community to join this watch along because I know it's Sunday and people are kind of occupado with their certain, I don't know, dinner dates and movies and fam time. But if you guys have some time,
this is
spare a thought. And please like this video, please, for the love of God, because the algorithm kind of propels it. And we cricket.com are just like top. Sorry,
is
go
this
on.
Dhoni? Sorry, guys. Is this Dhoni?
Yeah, it's MS.
Ajay Mondal.
Ajay Mondal, no, it's not.
Hey, come on. It says Ajay. There's no other Ajay in the CSK team.
There's another Ajay, like in terms of a wicket keeper.
Ajay in terms of a wicket keeper.
Yeah.
Raidu.
No, Ajay Ratra.
Why is Ratra sign? I thought this was
I have
CSK
no idea.
thing.
It was just random wicket keepers.
All right. Anyways, coming back. Oh! Is that a first baller?
Oh my
that
word.
Isn't. That
Oh
isn't. That
my
looked really
word.
close. I don't know.
Oh my word.
I don't know if it's the underdog fan in me or did that actually look close.
I think that looked very close, but they're not going to review it. But
Yeah.
good finish to that over for West Indies. And if you're wondering why Akshay was screaming as a passionate West Indian fan, because look, essentially both of us want West Indies to win this one. So India come back and make it 3-2, especially
Sorry,
knowing.
that's you. That's only you who wants 2-0 down
So you want?
3-2.
So what do you want?
I want India to lose the series so that they have.
But what's the scoreline?
I don't care. Final also works.
Oh my word!
This
You
is-
heard it here
yeah.
first.
And this is me playing Gurkirat Paji's 6D chess, where he wanted Delhi to lose so that Ponting and all of that. Just like that, I want India to lose so that better since prevails.
Oh my word!
That's it.
Okay.
Greater good. That's all I believe in.
Okay, so let's see how that all unravels in the next 3.5 hours. We're here to do the watch along, and we have some fascinating guests as well in terms of Gurkirat, Nix, and I think there will be Shubh Chintak as well, who's going to be doing the analysis of this match. So you guys can check out the pieces in the morning tomorrow. Now, Surya Kumar Yadav, we know how he loves to play in T20s. Can we see another Sky masterclass today? Because there's something with this format and him. ODIs, you throw at him, and then just something happens. It's just an element of luck. There's a left arm spinner, something.
But he did end up scoring a 21 ball 21 in the first game.
Yeah.
So you never know. We've seen funnier things happen. Also, the surface hasn't really been conducive to proper stroke making. See, if you're going to play through the line, it is going to be a bit risky.
That's true, and that's why I said the ball that Joseph bowled to Gill, which went for 6, should have probably still been
pitched up.
Pitched up slightly further, because even the one which he tried to have a straight waft at it and it just beat his bat. So there is movement and there's something for the Pacers over there.
Yep.
I want to see how Mukesh Kumar goes tonight as well.
And also, is that a wicket?
Edge?
Oh, geez,
my
that
word!
went nowhere.
He scuffed it to like straightish mid-off types. Kishan with an impressive 100 strike rate again, sports fan. By the way, keep your comments coming through.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to ask us, we're here. We're, of course, like I said, we're going to be doing the Monday Night Live tomorrow. We're going to talk about RC. We're going to talk about this game and, of course, get Nick's thought about different things happening in the world of cricket. Now, I just want to ask you, in terms of West Indies right now, as a T20 international team, where do they stand? Are they still in the top 10 or even that ship has sailed? Because ODIs are pretty bad. Let's be fair. Oh, there's a chance.
Oh, he's in the
gone.
stumps.
Oh my
He's in the
word.
stumps, and that's Sky.
Oh my word.
Wait. Oh,
This
he's
guy's
walking. He's walking.
Holy hell.
Yo, ma.
Oh my word. Kyle Mayers has done for him.
Again, it was Mayers last time as well with Samson's run out. Wow.
And again,
man.
it's just like, why? These two back together at Mumbai
Jeez.
Indians. Their understanding should be better. The communication was
That's gone. That's gone.
out by miles.
Jeez. That's a fantastic effort by the way from Mayers.
Well done. And India right now have their backs against the wall. You can get better gauge of a player if he's given a continuous chance, and then you move on, and then there's rationality in that move.
Yeah, but he's probably referring to Kishan.
Correct.
Rahul Dravid and the Indian think tank in general, they really, really like what they see of Kishan. So I don't see them moving on so easily from Kishan.
Yeah.
After backing him so much, they'll definitely give him a long enough rope.
Correct.
And all of this is very subjective. Yeah, Rohit Sharma got a rope that was 5 years long.
Fair.
And we're still sort of in some sense reaping the rewards of it. So we never know. It won't be easy for us as outsiders to say. But yeah, I mean, you never know. He might also be sort of told, yeah, boss, that's it. Time khatam.
I mean, it's quite ridiculous just to think how time's moved on so fast in this Rose and Dravid era, but more on that as well. What's going on with Gil Singh, Sahal Bhatia? No idea. Sometimes.
Which Gil is he referring to? Our Gil or their Gil?
I mean, surely Shubman. But yeah, it just makes me think about Shubman Gill right now. But I don't want to read too much into it because I know this whole tour is a forgettable tour. Completely forgettable.
The main man's here.
But the main man's here. Hello, Jagmeet. Good to see you. And I've also observed that you've gone for a 168 in terms of your prediction. So whether that's bold or whether that's more mind over matter, no, mind over heart.
Hardik's right. I mean, my bad. Navneesh is right now trying to come up with sentences off the top of his head. He's speechless. But, you know, about what he was saying, if sort of West Indies being a subpar ODI team, but when it comes to T20s, personally, what I feel is theirs is a case of the sum being lesser than, the whole being lesser than the sum of the individual parts. Because individually, they have brilliant superstars and all of that.
Yeah.
But as a team, it's been a very long time since they came up with a cohesive performance over an extended period.
Yeah.
An off game here and there, thanks to...
Oh, Tilak Varma!
No.
Oh, my word. He nearly picked out the man there. First, second ball of his innings. Remember, the second ball of his career went for 6, right?
So did his third. Second
and the third as well, which is ridiculous. By the way, we're doing the Watchalong right now, and I'm just doing an Instagram story. Akshay, just tell everyone to come on and join us.
Guys, please join us live. We're doing the Watchalong. Avnish right now is lost. He's completely lost. I'm chuffed to bits.
I'm hungover AF as well. Come on, just join in.
That was
Show
a bit
some
unnecessary.
Unnecessary is what we are, cricket.com lads. Join us. Ooh! Right, that was for all the Instagram people over there.
Yep.
But on that note, good stuff for the West Indies, dude. Everyone's just jumping in the comments saying terrible stuff from an India perspective, but 19 for 2. And this is where I'd want to see the best of Hardik come through, the best of Samson come through and stuff like that. Because for sure, like even Samson, if you think about it, if he wants to make the West Indies tour, which is next year essentially the World Cup, they need to start defining a position for him. And I don't even mind if he just tells the Rajasthan Royals management in IPL 2024, look, this is my only chance of playing for the bloody, country, at least 2024 and all of that, because he hits spin well and spin's a huge factor. Just bat him at 6.
I understand the sentiment, but that's not going to happen.
I know, which is sad, which is absolutely sad.
And speaking of Rajasthan Royals, Jason Holders into the attack, man of the match from the previous game. He actually bowled really well, the double wicket maiden and all of that. It'll be interesting to see how he goes about his business today. SS98 reaction on Rohit Sharma's statement on the 2024 T20 World Cup. Wait, bro.
Oh my word, what's happening, lads?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I follow SS98 here. What did Rohit Sharma say on the 24 World Cup?
I have to check that as well. Honestly, I've just been...
Sorry, guys. We'll have that sorted. If our producer also could help us out with what Rohit Sharma said about the 2024 World Cup.
There will be something that he would have murmured, and we'll get that to you.
And
SS98 in the meanwhile help us out because, like I said in that Instagram story, it's just been literally nursing an absolute wild night. But shout out to my friends last night for a great party. Right, so Holder into the attack. And I'm just thinking to myself, because he was pretty good. I think he was a game changer last time around. He got the man of the match award as well for that perler to dismiss Pandya. Is that
speaking of which,
on cue, literally. It was that 16th over.
Yep.
And did he get Akshar as well eventually?
No, Samson got run out of the same over.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. My optimism not working, and I hope they give Jaiswal a go in the next one. Yeah, I think Jaiswal merits a go some point in time in the series.
And sorry, someone did bring it up. Should they have gone for a batter instead of Kuldeep?
Yeah.
I actually agree with that. They should have gone for a batter. They should have strengthened their batting lineup exactly for situations like these.
But then how would you shoehorn them in?
I'd rather have Jaiswal at number 3 than Kuldeep at number 8.
Okay.
He's definitely going to be a much bigger value add. Oh, that's not a wide. That's surely. Oh, come on, man. That's even within the line. But yeah, that's exactly my point. They already, outside Kuldeep, they already had 5 bowlers in Arshdeep, Mukesh, Chahal, Akshar and Hardik.
Yeah, correct.
They already had 5 bowlers. They should have taken the risk there. Just make sure your 5 bowlers bowl decently.
But again, we're seeing a safety first option all the time.
But this isn't safety first, right? This is equally risky, having no batting depth whatsoever. Right now, 22 for 2, had they had... Oh, that's a shot. That's well fielded as well.
Well fielded.
West Indies have been very good with their fielding as well. Huh? Like Hitmaya's first catch, he's coming from a game where he took 3 catches, including that blinder of Skies.
Correct.
So he's also been really good in the field. So yeah.
Sahal Bhatia going on to say, does Week get into the 11 for the World Cup 24? In my book, he does, because he's just a big game player. But I know lots of people might say no. Lots of people say, yeah, 100% I'll take him out.
Yep.
You take him, right?
I mean, unfortunately, matches like these, make people think, oh,
what a shot that is. That's an on drive to Saver.
Oh, that's a 4. I thought that
One
was
bounce.
clear. Yeah, that was
just inside. But Tilak Verma is showing his full array of shots here. Yep. We have T20 International World Cup coming in June 2024. It'll be pretty exciting. We're looking forward to it. That's his verdict.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have second guessed it literally, what he said.
Like we could have, that's as generic a statement as anyone.
But what it tells you essentially is that is Rohit going to be a part of it?
I personally wouldn't have.
But if he said that statement, you're thinking, the big dogs are again back in it. And then it's like a repeat of the 2022 World Cup in Australia. Oh, pulled away again.
Nah, that's a single.
One bounce. Yeah. Avnish, you're excited about Andy Flower's induction as an RCB head coach?
Tomorrow. Let's wait for
tomorrow. Let's build up the suspense. We've got a massive show with regards to that sports fan. You can tune in at 9 p.m. Or let us know what time you want us to start the show.
Guys. Please make sure you let us know in the poll what time would you.
Yeah, Shaunak, I hope the poll is up and running. So put a poll out and just ask.
6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9. Let's have 4 options out there. Guys, do let us know what time would you prefer.
Exactly.
It'd be great for us also to discuss. So going back to the T20 World Cup point you were making, if Rohit, that statement sort of gives you the indication that he thinks he will be a part of it. Which also means Virat Kohli would, in all likelihood, be a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like that, man. What do you think?
I want Virat to make him and not Rohit. I'll tell you why. Because I understand Rohit's also a gun player. Don't get me wrong. They're both brilliant. But I just feel there's something which goes into that man, makes him possessed in a World Cup tournament. Even the last time when we lost to England, that semi-final, he actually played his part, Virat, if you think about it. But the others around him kind of didn't chip in. And I understand the haters will always hate and be like, yeah, but look at him. He's aging. He's on the decline. To that game, he pulled out of the fire against Pakistan. Fair. And I know people will be like, yeah, that's a one-off. But how many times has he done that in a World Cup for India in the T20 scheme of things? Mohali, Melbourne. All these other cameos that people forget. I think against South Africa in that 2014 T20 World Cup as well. So I would pick Virat because gun player, class. You need a little bit of experience. You can't throw all youngsters in there. I know Hardik has relatively huge amount of games under his belt or whatever, but I essentially would have my World Cup 11 like this if I was picking 1 year from now. And obviously it depends IPL form and stuff like that. But, 1 second shot.
Yeah,
Kishan.
No, the
cameraman has been so shambolic. I don't know if you guys are getting the same camera thing in terms of the digital stuff, which is weird. By the way, we have a stat.
Was the cameraman also part of your wild night?
No, I hope so. Yeah, because he seems kind of drunk. In T20 internationals, the last time an Indian batter was dismissed by a run out on the power play with Shikhar Dhawan in 2018 against England in Cardiff.
Oh wow, 5 years.
That's mad. That an opener has been
Yeah.
done out for India. But yeah, so my World Cup 11, right? So here goes. I will have Shubman Gill,
All right.
okay, Virat Kohli
Opening the batting.
opening the batting. And I know people will be like, yeah, throw left arm spin and suss them out. Relax, the King and Prince to open. Then we have Sky.
Oh, that's a ball, boy. That's a ball.
Okay, then we have Sky.
All right.
Then we have Tilak.
All right.
Then we have Hardik.
All right.
Then we have Sanju,
Okay.
who's a keeper.
Okay.
Then we have Jadeja at 7.
Okay.
Then we have Shibam Dube at 8.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a left field choice. That okay.
And then
Dube, isn't that too low though?
No, it's all right. It's all right. And then Bishnu at 9.
Go Dube's doubly out
Bishnu at
bowling as
9.
well. All right.
Bumrah,
Hmm.
if he's fit.
Yeah.
And
Gotta be Mia.
he's got to be fit. Bumrah and Arshdeep.
No, Mia.
Mia's 12th man. You can carry the drinks. And
Like,
depending on
okay.
certain situations, for sure. I mean, let me know if you guys agree with that because I think it's a top team. So I've gone for Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill, Suryakumar Yadav, Tilak Varma, Hardik Pandya, Sanju Samson at keep, Ravindra Jadeja,
Yeah.
Shivam Dube, Ravi Bishnoi, Bumrah, Arshdeep. Arshdeep, Bumrah, because actually Bumrah, Arshdeep, you can figure it out. But yeah, essentially that. And then I know people will be like, yeah, essentially Virat's biggest weakness and all of that. But Greg, think about the positives. Think about the upside, man. Don't always look at, oh yeah, they're going to be found out and so on and so forth. Because you look at his record, like I said, you can't, I mean, numbers-wise, in a T20 international competition, you need Virat Kohli.
Yep.
As simple as
Also, Greg, this monologue from Avnish was basically the answer to the question. Tell me you're an RCB fan without telling me you're an RCB fan. That's pretty much the last 5 minutes. That's what been.
So I picked how many RCB players?
No,
I've left
no,
Chahal out, to be fair. Chahal doesn't make my team. He'll be in my 15. He'll be in my 15 for sure, but he won't be in my 11.
Oh, would it be at another T20 World Cup where Chahal goes, without playing a game?
No, but like if I was a proper RCB fan, I would have left out what's his face, Bishnoi.
Yeah, that's what.
Because he's LSG one. Monday Night Live makes me remember the good old days of Monday Night Raw.
Exactly, that's what we were going for, yeah.
Monday Night Live. I mean, the two Monday Night is one, of course, WWE Monday Night Raw, but there's also Monday Night Football. If you guys know, you know, which is Sky Sports, Gary Neville, Jimmy Carragher, which is a top show.
There's also Saturday Night Live. We can say all the references we took at
the late show.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep your comments coming through, and of course your predictions because Akshay has not told me his score.
Yeah. 6 overs, 34 for 2. They've got Hardik to come in, Akshay to come in, and Sanju. Okay, I would say 155.
Okay, 155. So people are tempering the expectations here. And I should probably just rectify my score because you have the opportunity within the 15th over for your prediction to be valid. Empty stadiums in India, T20 international matches 2 will see empty stands in the 2024 World Cup 2 in the West Indies. No chance at all.
Yeah.
Because once the ICC tournament is there, you're going to see a lot of color, vigor, proper West Indians.
Also, guys, right now, because this is a BCCI sort of organized tour, BCCI and CWI, BCCI gets its way. That's why matches are being played at 10:30 in the morning so that Indian viewers can view it.
True.
When it comes to an ICC tournament, it'll be played according to, whatever the local timings are. So it'll be played at local time, 7 o'clock in the evening. Everyone would be free. So expect the crowds to be packed. You can look at CPL to get an idea of how colorful it gets. It's like a proper carnival out there.
And to be fair, within the first couple of tests, we did see, especially post tea time, where you can hear the crowd, the drums are kind of going off. So obviously, like he said, 10:30 start for a T20. Imagine here in India, we played 10:30. It's tough, right? People are going to be working and all of that. So, and population-wise, you got to compare. But look, the last 2 T20 internationals, Aman, will be in Florida. And Florida, both are in Florida, right? So there, it'll be fantastic to see if India can win those 2 because they'll probably, by the looks of it, need that 3-2 comeback script, like I said. Because 35 for 2, 6.2, you spoke about the surface, so did I, so did Hardik Pandya. Is it flatter to deceive?
Probably. at least the way Kishan has batted, barring the 1-6 that he hit early on
Yeah.
to Akil Hossain, he's mistimed every other attempt, every other slog, every other drive, every other cut. He's only mistimed it. I'd really be interested in knowing what his control percentage is. Like, I don't know if he's even timed anything barring the 6. Anirudh, if you're listening to us, if you could help us out with it.
Yeah,
What
throw
was
in,
Ishan Kishan's?
yeah, throw in actually all the batters'
Yeah,
control
yeah.
percentage for this one. Ooh,
That was a
another.
wide. He didn't have to attempt it all. Right?
Well bowled from Mario Shepherd, just
Yep.
slow one. 158 says sports fans. So 3 runs more than what Akshay is saying with 155. I'm gonna go complete opposite now. 146.
Wow.
Complete opposite. Yeah, this
आदमी
is
है
no
कि
chance.
सिक्का भाई.
Like literally,
189
because I was
46.
no, I didn't expect, to be honest with you, I didn't expect the start that India have kind of shown us. First 40 balls, 36 for 2. You obviously can tell that either West Indies have. Oh my word! But to be fair, they bowled really well. So that's why I can't really blame it on the pitch, right? They fielded really well, they bowled really well. So I don't think it's like a tricky or sticky pitch or whatever.
I mean, is it have the West Indies bowlers bowled well? Sure. Is it a 7 overs 36 for 2 kind of pitch? Absolutely not. That's where I stand.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they have bowled well, maybe the surface is also a bit tricky, but come on, these are T20Is. Sky knows he's played at tracks that are more difficult than this.
100%.
So has Kishan. Kishan has gotten so much backing. And you're coming off a shock loss, to say the least.
Yeah.
This I would have expected more. That's all I would say. Yeah.
And it just makes you think about how India can take things forward with regards to this series, because obviously they will have to use it as an experiment for next year's World Cup, so on and so forth. But these guys have to take their chances now, at least the ones in the periphery. I've said my T20 11 for the World Cup. If you guys missed it, you can rewind it, or I'll say it again for the benefit of you guys. Augie and Friends, 145. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, my friends.
I was about to ask that.
Yeah, Augie and Friends, both of you will subscribe.
Please, yep.
Here we go. Rakshak Venkatesh has presented his particular 11. Gill, Sai/Jaiswal, which is a good shout. Sky Tilak, Hardik, Sanju, or Jitesh, which is also a good shout. Jadeja, Bishnor, Bumrah, Arshdeep/Shami/Umran/Siraj. Shami, no. Umran, I would love to. I don't know. There's something about Umran Malik which is so sexy, but I don't know why it hasn't materialized yet. Or is it the case that he still has a lot of years in the bank?
Yeah. And also, again, too long a tail, man. Bishnoi, Bumrah, Arshdeep, Siraj. That's
No, essentially it's 3 of them, right?
4.
Oh, 4. Correct.
What just happened there? Okay, I thought he got bowled. And also, one more thing would be, I'm not sure what's the fascination with all of you wanting Jadeja in the T20 team. What is
just a gun fielder? He is a literally.
Come on, Akshar Patel is just he's good enough. Akshar Patel is a.
Don't compare an apple with an orange.
Or what? Like,
okay, no. I mean, essentially, don't compare a green apple with a red apple. And that's a 4.
That's a 4 shot.
Bro, Jadeja is best fielder. Conversation closed.
Dude,
if you play him at 7,
just do
one
what
second,
Gill
one
did during
second.
the IPL. Just show his hand, say he's injured, go out. Jadeja can come and field, and God, why do you need to waste a spot on him? Why Jadeja over Akshar?
Overrates. I'll tell you all the advantages Jadeja brings to you. And yeah, I'll get to the stats man and all of that. Jadeja, why you should have him in the World Cup? First of all, I think he deserves a chance to play in the T20 World Cup.
As opposed to the others who
Hear me out. He was unfortunately missed out, right? T20 World Cup last time.
Missed out. He didn't deserve a chance.
He did. So overrates. Feels amazing. Like,
since when did Akshar Patel start taking a lot of time to bowl his overs?
He might not, but like Jadeja, I think he's just way better.
That's a stupid reason.
I think if you put Akshar Patel in that IPL final 10-2, there was no chance he was winning that game. Jadeja is a clutch player.
You remember the knock he played against CSK in 2020 in Sharjah to win the game last over Jadeja against Jadeja.
But was that a meaningful game or wasn't? It was just something way back in the memory. It's just fairy dust now. But what Jadeja did to Gujarat is in cricket.
So
IPL
that one
folklore.
knock absolves of him of the entire.
That shows the man and his
season he had
that
with the
shows,
bat.
bro. That shows that the man A still has it. B is still a quality ad.
He is.
gives
I'm not
you.
saying he isn't. My point is why are people so obsessed with
So you're
him
telling me
alone?
in the World Cup, if Jadeja gives you like 1 for 27, 2 for 32,
It's not the bowling, it's the batting I'm talking about. His bowling has
so we'll figure out a way
Jadeja,
to
the
mold
T20
him.
batter, has been fairly mediocre for quite
But
some
that's
time.
why in my team you have certain players to bail him out. He's in my 11. He comes after Sanju
After
and
Dube, no, before Dube,
yeah, and before Dube,
Yeah.
after Sanju, before Dube. So he has players around him. Quick runner between the wickets. Good friends with everyone on the team.
Basically, only off-field reasons.
No
Only
off-field
for off-field
reasons.
reasons you want Jadeja. Next, what?
Agree with me, disagree in the comments below. Ravindra Jadeja is definitely making that flight for me to the World Cup next year. There are too many reasons not for him not to make that flight. Openers are the most important in T20 internationals. SS28 will take your comment. After Rohit and KL, how convinced are you with Kishan and Gill? Still let it kind of, it's just bubbling up.
True.
It's like just kind of taking its impression. Let's see how it goes. Because Rohit and KL were there for a while. They got not 3 years, but like 2 years at least batting together, minimum.
Couple of years for sure, yeah.
So yeah, I mean the only thing right now from a offset is the fact that they have plenty of potential. These two.
Maar bhai.
So yeah, I mean really sedate start if you're joining us. That's why there's not much to talk about in the watch along with regards to the game. 49 for 2, 8 overs. Let us know how much you think the predictions will be if all you guys in terms of the first innings scores. Yash Trishawala.
I'm trying to get that. Is that an L?
That's an L.
Yeah.
Yash Trishawala just sent Samson at 3, Sky at 4, Tilak at 5, and Hardik at 6. Just to accommodate Hardik at 5. The team is compromising on this position.
Yeah, and before that, is that a new name?
Yeah.
Then please do the honors. All right.
Oh, please subscribe. Please subscribe, Yash,
Yeah.
because it will just be amazing. But before you subscribe, like this video and just share it in your WhatsApp group. You never know who will
That's
like
it,
us
yeah.
in terms of our conversations. We do things really funky and wacky at times. We'll abuse if we have to.
Yeah,
I don't hold
which
back.
part of the bat, the ball
If you don't believe me, go to our YouTube channel, which you currently are right now. Go to the IPL 2023 playlist and see the RCB GT
RCB LSG
and RCB LSG games. I rest assured you guys will have some fun. It was me and him, and we were just like screaming our lungs out. I'm not talking about the first game where they beat us.
I mean, you can check that out also.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one as well. That one was quite ridiculous. But just coming back to this,
Yeah.
Hardik at 6. Look, I said it in the first T20 watch along as well. I want to see that Hardik Pandya who burst onto the scene. I don't want to see this anchor, nudge and nurdle Pandya, captain responsible Pandya.
In fact, during the first game, off air, Anirudh and I, we were having this interesting conversation. Should Hardik not be fit enough to bowl then? Would he still be a part of the 11? Would Hardik Pandya still make it to the
100%.
World Cup if he's not going to bowl? Hardik Pandya, the batter, just solely on his batting ability.
No, I'm assuming because he's captaining.
Oh, but Rohit Sharma here, he's also saying excited and all of that.
Man, like at this moment in time, if you ask me right now, who would you want to captain that T20 World Cup? I would say Hardik only because he gives you a bowling option and bowling choice. But there's nothing.
Even if he is not bowling, just because he's a captain, you would have him in the 11.
Essentially, in an ideal world, no. And I have my reasons for that because I think like they're way better captaincy candidates than Hardik out there.
Don't say Virat.
Not Virat. Virat, the ship has sailed.
Right.
But I would probably even throw it to someone, new who can make the format his. I mean, Hardik Pandya, sure, is good. But I just think there are too many things in his plate at times, man. He wants to open the bowling invariably. He wants to kind of either be the first change. He wants to kind of come in sometimes bat at 3 or 4 or 5, depending on the situation. And he's just now trying to adopt that MS Dhoni role where I'll try to bide my time and kind of see where it goes. And sometimes it's all worked out for him and it made him look really ugly.
He's basically me when I'm playing gully cricket. I need the ball, I need the bat, I'll close the game, I'll finish it, I'll defend it, I'll do everything. Just give me the ball.
It's insane. By the way, all the Tilak Verma fans right now know how Tilak Verma has batted. And he's played 20 balls today and he's on 18. Now, it comes back to my initial question. Is this the pitch that we're seeing play games? Is this West Indies just actually, sticking to their craft really well? Shepherd's bowled well. Holder's been pretty smart as ever.
So has McCoy, huh?
So is McCoy as well. And I agree with SS98 as well. Rinku's a good name. Rinku's a very good name to kind of lead into the future.
But not for the World Cup for sure, because Rinku clearly has shown a tendency to not go after spin.
Oh yeah.
His strike rate goes down significantly. He has a strike rate, from what I remember, last strike rate, he had a strike rate of close to 160 against pace and close to 108, 110 against spin. And for these slow surfaces, low and slow surfaces,
And you wouldn't just throw him into a big competition.
Yeah,
So there's
even-
still a lot of time on his side.
even if he gets some games under the belt, oh man, that was
It's a
there to be hit.
Full toss, and it's just a single. So
Was
India
it-
finding an extremely tough 53 for
That-
2, 9 overs gone. I think it just dipped. So
Yeah.
Rahman Pal will be a please skipper so far, what you've seen.
I wouldn't be surprised if he himself comes into bowl. Dibbly-dobbly,
Maybe.
off-pace
That's a good
cutters
shout.
and stuff like that, yeah.
Kishan 21 of 21 and Verma as well 19 of 21. Issue with Jadeja is same as Kohli, that he struggles on slow surfaces being as a left-hand batter,
Completely
and you
agree.
can't even promote him when
Yeah.
needed, unlike Akshar, who I feel is a must in such pitch.
Completely agree.
I get that, guys. And look, when we talk about any player in any sport, there's pros and there's cons. And the cons, like you suggested, Pranav Anand, is there to see. But look at the pros.
So, to be clear, the pros are he's good friends, he's a good fielder,
No!
he's a good runner, he bowls his overs quickly, and the cons are the guy can't play, and in low, slow surfaces can't play spin.
It's-
Yeah, clearly the pros and cons
Essentially,
are
look, numbers will always paint you a certain
Come
picture.
on.
He'll always tell you, okay, fine, this. I mean, you look at MS Dhoni's numbers as a batter, essentially, right? It could deceive you, but he still got the goods.
Is this your way of creating a controversy?
Not a controversy, it's
manufacturing-
just my take on cricket. Sometimes people just go into, like, we all are cricket nerds, and the game has developed so much and progressed so much that we, at cricket.com, for example, look into all the stats, fall shot percentage, how particular matchups are, weakness against certain bowlers and bowling types. And I get that. That's great. And that's how football is. That's how basketball is. That's how every sport is right now in the world. But sometimes it's about gut feel. Sometimes it's just about vibes.
But that's actually a very good point by
It's a
Pranav.
good
He
point.
can't.
It's a
He,
good point.
he actually can't play spin that well. He's really slow down. He slows down. He gets cramped. He gets suffocated very easily.
But that's where I would like to see Jadeja, like I said, with the caveat.
oh
Oh,
wow,
my word.
that's a 24-yarder.
He's,
Is that a wicket?
oh, he's nearly pulled a wicket out there. That was very
Ooh,
clever
well,
from
that's a good
Romario
shot.
Shepherd.
He's asking for the no ball there.
This Garuda. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, lad.
You know how to read
You
Kannada?
read it,
I
read it,
don't.
lad.
How will I know?
We do. We just didn't.
Of
There's
course.
no time. Can't be
Banter,
embarrassed for
cricket.
that. This match has spoiled Sunday night fun, pretty boring surfaces and dull game. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I
but
agree
that's why
with
we're
you.
here. That's what we're here for. I mean, we are here to entertain you guys during such.
Keep your
dull,
comments coming
boring
through. And
games.
by the way, I see a
Exactly.
lot of people watching this, but they're not liking it as much.
Please,
Please
yeah.
like it, yeah.
Yep.
Please, for the love of God. How many
Please do.
times do I please y'all?
Yep.
But that was a 6, which
Oh!
oh my
That's
word!
a ball, boy. That's a jaffa.
What a comeback! Oh my God! And what a celebration as well from Romario Shepherd.
That's a ball, man. That's a ball.
Ishan Kishan, and another ugly T20 international knock for this man.
He scored the steady 35 ball that you expected to give.
Thank you for coming, Ishan.
But that was a ball, man.
my
Did
God.
that see movie just a bit? Yeah,
Oh my
bro.
word.
Wow.
He went, he used the angle
That's a
to
brilliant
perfection, Romario Shepherd. So we were just speaking about the previous ball, which went for 6.
Yeah.
And I would liken that to like a Mark Watt,
Yeah,
if you guys
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know, who bowls way behind. It didn't kind of pay him the success that he needed, but what a comeback. And 3 down India. Now I want to see how Hardik Pandya plays it. Because Hardik Pandya, the batter, has been a chatter all the time. What is his best entry point according to you? 10th over, 11th over,
20.4.
20.4. That's a good shout. I mean, essentially, Hardik is. That's why I go back to the point that he has so much potential, but now because, like, even KL, right? You look at that 2018 KL and be like, people will be like, oh, that's never going to happen again. All these boys have just become responsible adults, and they need to be bad boys who still
Sorry,
go
I
wild
have
in
to
a
cut you
party.
there. But Shaunak, some accusations towards Shaunak, but
Why is the producer conveniently avoiding the bashing comment on BCCI? Let's go for
Yeah,
it. There could be
Shaunak.
some helter-skelter in the comments.
all right. He's right now sort of, denying plausible deniability is what he's going ahead with. He'll
Send again,
all
he's saying.
He's saying, okay, Santosh, you
Um,
can send it again. That's what Shaunak is saying.
Jadeja is a clutch player, and I agree with you, Rakshak. And look, Jadeja, just going back to that point about Ravindra Jadeja, you see how MS Dhoni uses him, and I know that's an exception because Dhoni uses Jadeja the best. It's just a fact.
Dhoni uses Kachra the best.
Correct,
Come on.
fair. But that's why in my 11 for the World Cup, you have players who can adopt certain roles. So, for example, I know there'll be predominant spin, but you're telling me Jadeja, if you just tell him 3 months before the World Cup, practice every day for the next 90 days against spin, he's going to fucking
He
come
can't.
out with the results.
He can't.
He's going to come up with the answers. Come
3 years, no answers, and you're telling me 3 months is
You're
all it
writing
takes.
a good player off.
And also, again, just
So
out of
you want, so
curiosity-
you
no,
basically
wait,
want to
wait,
play
wait.
Akshay Patel.
Just out of curiosity, I want to understand Jadeja is a clutch player based on what is the one IPL final.
Akshay
Now,
Patel is not even a clutch player, so he doesn't.
I
come.
never said Akshay
Exactly.
is a clutch player,
But
but he
Jadeja at
never
least-
had the opportunity to do something
But
under such
Jade-
situations.
Jadeja's at least in that conversation that he's a clutch player, right?
But barring the IPL knock, what else has he done under clutch?
Just
situations?
moments in the field.
Like what? That's what I want to know.
You remember that Ross Taylor run out in the 2019 World Cup?
All right. Okay.
Huge. You remember the couple of catches that he's taken in certain positions? Jason Roy in the
You
World
remember
Cup in
what he
2019.
carried. You remember the jersey he was wearing. What
Man,
next?
Jadeja is
You
one
remember how
guy.
quickly he bowled his
No,
overs?
no. I disagree
Come
with
on.
that. Especially in a World Cup and knowing how, like, he's, Sanju's first ball, by the way. All the Sanju Samson fans, please like this video right now because we're hoping that he fires. This is the only guy I want to see perform in an Indian t-shirt today, apart from the bowlers as well. But Sanju, please, man, give us like a 50 ball, okay, not 50 ball, but like a 30 ball 70. That'd be great.
All right.
Sal Bhatia, man this way, it won't work in the World Cup saying Sal Bhatia. But yeah, just come back to the Jadeja point.
Also,
100%.
we'll definitely carry this
Oh my
conversation forward.
Oh my word, cut away
Yeah,
behind point
Yep,
before.
We've got a new batter out there. We've got a new guest here.
Oh,
right
do
now
we now?
joining
Oh yeah,
us.
the
So,
10th over mark.
Let's have Nikhil as well.
Let's
Hello,
get Nix
hello,
on.
Nikhil. कैसे हो भाई? I mean, आपको आवाज आ रही है? Yes.
Yes, sir. All good. All good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nix.
And-
Okay, fine. So let's
Yeah.
see where Nix stands in
Yep,
this.
I
And
hope
he's a
you've been hearing
CSK
us.
fan also.
But
But
I
I know he's not a biased guy.
Exactly.
So Nix, would you take Ravindra Jadeja in the World Cup next year to West Indies and start him in your 11?
I'll take him. Starting depends on his form.
Okay, fine.
I think India just need to be a lot more harsh or just open with their players. Whatever we've seen today, also just a fair reflection of how muddling the thinking is in terms of not playing Jaiswal, sticking to the same players, getting the same returns. Still, just sudden. There is a sudden. I don't know. It's like you feel disconnected with this side in terms of what are they trying to achieve, doing the same thing. How do you get run out pushing a ball to the fielder in a T20 for it in a power play, and that too of Surya Kumar Yadav? It's just I have words in Hindi which I don't want to say.
हेरा फेरी में उठा ले रे बाबा उठा ले.
Matlab, I mean, Gill again looks out in this format for a longer period of time than he does in. But why do you want to play him? Give him a rest. Kishan has not done anything substantial in this format. Give him a rest. Play Jaiswal. This experience for Jaiswal is far more valuable. You've seen Kishan play like this on every possible deck. So what do you gain out of this? Nothing. Now the problem is Kishan gets another game. If he flops, Jaiswal gets 2 games in Florida. It is any which way a batting deck. What are you going to learn? It's just like hitting their own foot every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Jaiswal actually plays now that he's brought that point up. And now that I think about it further, we anyway have Sanju to keep at least this series, right? So that whole wicketkeeper chat goes out of the window. And Jaiswal, look, man, like he'll remember this West Indies tour for the rest of his life. So why don't end it on a high? He started on a high. Give the boy a couple of games. And this West Indies team right now, at least they're playing really up to their potential. They played out of their skins in the first 10 overs of this match. They beat India in the first match. Nix, what do you just make of this surface, by the way? Me and Akshay trying to figure it out, whether it's just down to good bowling, a bit of luck going for West Indies' way, or I don't know, because Tilak Varma, 22 balls, you don't associate him to just score 20, right? Something's wrong.
Yeah, I think this is how pitches have been. I do know in the last CPL there were scores in excess of 170, but typically Guyana has had something up and down. Most of the times it's been two-paced at times, more help for spinners, which again brings you to the point of pitch reports being And it's like of no use. I think they should just stop doing it because they do it for the sake of it. It hardly goes as they think it will be, and which is why again goes back to the same point that what are you trying to do? Like on such pitch, now Tilak Verma, you've seen him struggle in terms of timing the ball. How you've seen even now he wanted to hit a play on there, but he went off the inside off. So in these circumstances, then you feel okay. Today Samson has come, which is good, but then Hardik is going to bat even lower than this.
Right.
So you do not try to. Well, you're not able to get that. What is this team trying to get at? That what is? Are you now today telling that Hardik is going to be your finisher, but he isn't somebody who can start coming and get going on this kind of surface. So I think India is trying things. So to be fair to them, they are trying things, but I just don't think they get the right conditions to probably try those things out. So again, this deck, I don't know how it will play out because every time you feel something will happen, like it has. Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, nearly a
Because
wicket
they've
alert
lost,
there.
they've lost a wicket every time you feel that now they will stitch a stand. So let's see. It looks
Just
probably
one
140,
question,
150 kind of deck.
or rather one point to add to that. How much of it do you think has to do with the fact that we're having such early morning starts? Like evening games,
Yeah.
probably dew coming in would have made the pitch a lot more easier to bat on, would have made the bowling a lot more difficult, and you could have probably seen a few more boundaries. So probably that could also be a reason. I mean, 10:30 a.m. start isn't usual. Oh man, that's a
Shot.
rank bat.
Ooh.
Oh, and he got his hand there.
Yeah, man, that's an excellent
Yeah.
effort as well there.
But yeah, good end to the over for India
Yeah,
in terms of a couple of boundaries over there. 76 for 3. There's 4 overs for you guys to make your predictions. So
Yeah.
factor that in because Tilak's now seemingly getting a little bit, getting to know the pitch better, I should say. Anirudh Kasargo going to say, if we're getting pitches like this, Jadeja, the bowler, is going to kill the game. Everyone knows what kind of bowler these surfaces. Just a little
Actually,
bit more.
good.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I think good. Anirudh, can you get some data in terms of like if the average score is around 150, how
Yeah.
many wickets has he actually taken in the last few years? I think that will be a good reading for all of us to know whether in
But
because I think yeah,
हाँ, नहीं आप बताइए.
because I feel a lot of Jadeja at times is more image than performances in terms
That's
of
exactly my point. I was about to
lots
ask you.
of wickets.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
you think people are being a bit too obsessive with Jadeja? Like Akshar hasn't done anything wrong. All I'm saying is he should also be a part of the conversation. I never said Akshar is better than Jadeja. But the fact that everyone seems to be obsessed with Jadeja, that he is the better player of the two, I personally still think Akshar, the batter, the T20 batter, is better than Jadeja, the T20 batter. And if these are the conditions, that are going to be on offer during the World Cup, then I don't know, maybe Akshar the batter could be a better bet. I'm just looking at it from a batting POV because it's our batting that's sort of in the doldrums right now, not bowling.
Yeah, but look, I don't know, man. I'm not even a Jadeja fan, but I know, for example, lots of people will still say Jadeja is way better. Way
Fair,
better in
fair,
terms
but
of
how?
experience.
See, I think he's way better if the conditions are in any
Oh,
form.
yeah.
Oh, Sanju! You can't come down like that, Akil Hussain, on this
It's-
treacherous
भाई
pitch.
कहाँ ढहल नहीं निकला था भाई क्या यार
My word. And now Hardik's going to come out to this.
like
Oh, my word.
he was
India being
nowhere
found
close
out.
to the pitch of the ball, nowhere close to the ball. Oh boy, that was gone.
And have they been not watching the game?
I don't know what he's decided to do, but that was a brain fade from Sanju. And Akil Hussain has the last laugh, or should I say, the last say, with all of that celebration and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I mean, we were having a conversation about Jadeja. We can pause that because right now, dude, India up against it. They're 1-0 down. The captain will walk out right now, 76 for 4. And essentially, we might be staring at a second successive defeat. So your maroon jacket is probably
Yep.
coming to tell
Yeah.
that it's a lucky jacket. I don't know. I mean, Nix, do you get the impression that we're already losing this? Or do you think, no, it's fine?
I will actually not mind a series loss as well. Because
Exactly.
I don't think anything. Now this is again for the greater good. It's not for
See,
your
Yeah.
immediate
See,
immediate
Nix,
results.
see, great minds think alike. I use the exact same phrase. For the greater
For the
good,
greater
I
good.
actually want it to lose.
Ankar Biswas saying if things goes like this, we'll become another West Indies team. It won't be that bad.
अभी हार्दिक पांड्या साहब
The-
कह रहे थे ना 2 साल पहले. Sorry.
The problem is it will be even more astonishing and rubbish that if you end up having results like West Indies because of the resources that you have. So it's
Yeah.
not like you don't have the resources. You have the
Yeah.
resources, but you are hell bent on just sticking to your own bubble and not coming out of it. So yeah, good luck with that. Good
True,
luck
because
with
by
that.
Hardik Pandya's own admission, just a couple of years ago, we can have a B team, C team in the World Cup, and they can also win the trophy for us. इतना भाई साहब खुद कह
Yeah,
के गए.
just cocky.
And also, let's get back Santosh Urpa's
Comment.
BCCI comment, since we.
Yeah, and Abbas Kundi, good to see you in the comments.
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
video, please, if
Yeah.
you just joined us. All the talk of the World Cup and the BCCI screwing up and making it as inconvenient as possible for fans and not revealing anything. Now, I don't know what stance they've chosen in the last 2, 3, 4 years about the whole no press conferences, no official, like who. I'm an Indian cricket fan. I don't even know who's going to lead next year in the World Cup. Because if Rohit Sharma is coming out to say,
भाई next year कहाँ पहुंच गए? 2 महीने बाद वर्ल्ड कप है, हमें शेड्यूल नहीं पता. आप next year
no,
की
that's a different
Yeah.
talking about altogether. But I get you. But for a simple fact that last year when we exited the World Cup, they should have just come out saying, "Thanks for the memories, Rohit/Virat. We're parting ways with you in this format. Hardik is now officially the T20 captain. His deputy is so and so forth. At least put it out. We're just second guessing, and
But-
that's the problem."
True, but we've spoken about this before. Logic and BCCI,
Who's
they don't
India's
go hand
who's,
in hand, na?
who's India's
Like-
T20 international vice captain?
Bhagwan.
I mean, who's the vice captain right now, Nix?
Does it even matter?
No, I'm just wondering because Hardik
Maybe-
is such a fragile asset at times. I say fragile because he bowls, he bats, and all of that. If he goes, who steps in?
Bhagwan.
Ishan Kishan. Ishan
Yeah.
Kishan.
Really?
Surya Kumar Yadav. Kidding. I mean, obviously.
Of course. That's how I was like, no, but like,
Arre,
is this mentioned to the players? That's what I'm saying. Roles in terms of, okay, if I'm telling this guy, okay, if I'm dude, like essentially this is what it is.
I guess all of us.
See, I'm sure.
Out of
See,
the
I
mind.
think I'm sure it is told to them. I'm sure it is told to them and the players, and they know the rules well. Sometimes it just feels that you, as a viewer, can spot things that seem very, very evident to you and obvious to your eyes, but the management doesn't quite like even remotely think on those lines.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of such examples. Like even in the last game, Chehal did not bowl out. There is no reason on any planet for that to happen. If you're giving a guy who was not part of your setup a game, he's the one who got you 2 wickets in the power play, which he doesn't bowl in the power play much.
Yeah.
He prefers to bowl outside of it. You bowled him in the power play, and then you get him back in the 13th over, did not even bowl into power. So again, the problem with this is, see, we all get agitated because we don't get what they are trying to do. If they share it, then all of us will be in a much better space to understand that okay, this is what they are trying. That okay,
Yeah.
this is the thing that they're trying with their tactics, and so it is fair that you will understand what's the process behind it. But apparently, sending the trophy to space is more important than giving tickets.
And they just play their cards so close to their chest at times. It's annoying because, like he said, like a couple of points that he just mentioned right now. Why didn't Chahal bowl out? Why is Pandya coming into bat right now at 6 when he could have? When technically he is taking on this whole anchor role, he should have come in before Sanju. I mean, now that Sanju's gone, I'm not saying that in hindsight, but still.
But see, these are things, I mean, these are still on-field decisions, on-field calls that we can still try and guess.
Yeah, what's more frustrating is
Yeah.
the off-field stuff, which
Yeah,
is
that,
baffling.
like what Samish Santosh said, what Santosh Urpa said.
Yeah.
Like we still don't know about the World Cup schedule. It's like we actually don't know. In fact, I remember reading a tweet today. I don't know who it was. Someone was actually encouraging the Karnataka government. He was, come on, Karnataka government, do your thing. Tell them Kannada Rajyotsava is around the World Cup. No security available.
Oh my
how
word. They need to
bizarre.
factor that in as well for sure. By the way, Introspect saying bye. If these people play the World Cup next year, go back to that comment, Shona.
Introspect, yeah, matlab, they don't know how to read conditions and not rotate and strike. The
Yeah,
same usual stuff.
Everyone being slanderous against the BCCI right now, understandable. I mean, that Jay Shah meme has just been like, after he did that, everyone's having a right go. Everyone's having a right go.
Oh, is that another wicket?
1 second.
Is that another wicket?
1 second. There's a wicket.
Okay,
he
yaar!
put it down.
यार ये कहाँ से आ जाते cricket के लिए
He's
भाई?
put it down, lads. Deep mid wicket. Nix is like, calm down.
वो
Calm
थोड़ा
down.
लाल कलर दिख गया ना फील्ड पे जर्सी पे तो थोड़ा अंदर से आ जाता है.
But I mean, Owen McCoy is not the swiftest of fielders.
Dude, but that was a catch. You can't justify or defend that.
True, for sure.
That was a catch, man. Had they taken this catch, that's it. Akshar Patel and tail.
And tail.
No one else. Oh,
That's insane.
man.
Patel. Insane. Right. So all you guys watching this, please like, because I observed that 39-40 of you guys are watching this on a Sunday, and give us some love in terms of the comments as well. Remember, the same crew will be doing a Monday night live show tomorrow. We put out a poll for that. And tell us which time would you like to see us, because we're going to discuss a lot of things. It's going to be like an RCB show if you guys just joined us, because of the whole Andy Flower.
Because of the recent developments, it won't be an RCB show every Monday. Let's also
not
clarify
every
that,
Monday, just this Monday, unfortunately.
Even
Even
though
the two staunch RCB supporters and all of that.
We can talk actually every Monday RCB. I'm game.
I'm more than happy to. No problem whatsoever.
Anyways, so
just come back to the game and our predictions. I revised mine to 146, 155. Where what is a safe target for India? 130, 140?
The thing is, again, India's bowling right now, the lineup is so inexperienced. We really don't know how Mukesh Kumar was good in the first game, but it'll still just be second game today. We don't know if he'll be just as good, or it can be anything. So I'm still not sure. It's too early. Like for the lineup is too young, too inexperienced to sort of predict anything.
Makes sense. So Zari Joseph to continue, 83 for 4. Remember, there's not that much batting after, because like he said, just Akshar Patel and the tail. So it has to be at least these two till the 17th, I presume.
Sorry?
Till the 17th over, these two should be batting.
Till the 20th.
But you love Akshar Patel, the batter. Let's see what Akshar Patel, the batter, does. Akshar Patel, the great. Oh my God, Akshar Patel. What did he do for Delhi Capitals, bro?
आप ही बताओ T20s में, would it be entirely wrong? I'm not saying I'm completely
All
right.
I'm saying
I might be
is
wrong. But is it so bizarre or so far from truth to sort of say or think that Akshar Patel, the batter, the T20 batter, is better than Jadeja, current form?
Current form, Jadeja, 100%.
क्या current form में क्या? Don't just include
10
the IPL
final in the biggest tournament ever.
Don't include just the final. Look at the season.
But that's where you see the players' real cojones, the real ticker and balls of a guy. And Jadeja had it in him, bro.
I mean, had it in him, then why didn't he have it in him in the 15 games prior to the finals?
What, Jadeja?
Yeah.
He delivered, right?
Whenever he delivered in the finals, great.
All I'm saying, sometimes if he doesn't give it to you with a bat, he'll do it in the field. That wicket where he, of course, produced to get Gill out. Obviously,
that wasn't him. That was Dhoni.
I know, but
that was all Dhoni. That was literally only Dhoni.
Dhoni couldn't have done anything.
I would have given it to Dhoni.
But Dhoni couldn't have done anything if the ball didn't come to him, right? So he still made the ball turn. You agreeing with that? Dude, why are you so anti-Jadeja, bro? He's such a nice guy.
But you're making me sound like I'm anti-Jadeja. Next, आप ही बताओ, Gill का वो wicket, that was all Dhoni, right? That's something.
It was all Dhoni, but Jadeja also created that.
Yeah, it's not something.
Okay, all I'm saying is, okay, fine. Akshar Patel still similar mold, fair. But is he a better bowler than Jadeja in T20s?
But I don't think the difference, the gulf between Akshar's bowling and Jadeja's bowling, and Akshar's batting and Jadeja's batting is that big.
Oh, come on.
Let's get this from Anirudh also. Anirudh also. In terms of their comparison, in terms of, as I agree with Akshay, in terms of it may feel a lot, but it doesn't seem that the difference is that much. Jadeja is a far better option against pace, but Akshar is a better option against spin. So sorry, I was lost in this stat. That since IPL 2022, Akshar Patel is back only 17 wickets at an average of 38. Okay,
but
compared to 25 wickets. But this is, I'll not agree. Hey, 1 second, Anirudh, please. This is a very wrong sample size, because if Delhi don't know how to use Akshar Patel, that's not the Akshar's fault. So probably let's go a bit back. Again, this is not to say that Jadeja is whatever. In that, I just want to fair one to see ke kaisa hai. Kyunki I just looked up Jadeja's numbers then, and he's had a middling kind of a time. Like in 2019, his strike rate was in 110s. 2020, his strike rate goes up to 190, but very small sample size. 2021, his strike rate is back to 120, which is low. And then 2022, he had strike rate of 141, which is good, average of 50, great. But then where did he place those T20s, and all of that matters. The
So this is
problem with Jadeja
overall
has been
against
overall.
spin.
This is overall.
Oh, okay.
This is just overall. So the thing with Jadeja is at times versus hitting spin is where he's caught up in terms of how to go about it. So
That's
which is
specific.
where Akshar Patel, yeah. So that's the space. And if it's in West Indies, you may
Wahi.
want to use him differently.
Agreed. And points well presented. All I would say to that is I'm looking at Jadeja, the package, compared to Akshar, the package. I would 100% rely on Jadeja to produce a magical moment in the field or give me a couple of critical overs here and there. Because he's been there, done that in the key critical situations, bro. He understands what pressure is.
All I'm saying is let's also keep Akshar Patel in the mix. I never
Sure.
said Akshar Patel
He's
needs
there
to
in my
be.
15. He's maybe there in my 15 or 18 or whatever, but he's definitely not starting over Jadeja.
I actually wouldn't mind, like if it's batting value that what we're looking, if it's batting value that we're looking for, then I genuinely feel in these conditions.
But Jadeja wins in the other two departments then, right?
But like I said, the other two departments, I don't think the gulf is that big.
But he still
to be
wins,
offset. Yeah, agreed. I never argued with you over bowling. I was strictly sticking to batting.
Fair.
And like I said, the reason I'm sticking to batting is because of how India's batting has
Agreed.
been.
So, but that my caveat in that statement was, I was like, okay, fine, because there's Samson and Dubey in terms of my match 11. That's why I thought Jadeja can be. See how CSK have used him, bro. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. And I know it's MS.
Yeah, it is.
But
MS.
if they take a page out of it, especially
they
with
won't. They'll take a page out of
I mean,
it. And
there are so many captains who've seen him do things, and they still feel like blinded to how to use players. It's not just one player.
Yeah.
Like even you take the Akshar example. How many times did you see Akshar Patel bowl even to his favorable matchup? Forget his negative matchup.
Yeah.
But Dhoni has probably made it a habit that he got on Jadeja at times versus the left-handers, and he got them those wickets as well. So with spinners, it's very, very critical that their captains use them well. And to be very honest with you, they can both start next year.
Yeah.
It could still be a possibility that you could start with both of them, because this T20 lineup will need a lot of rejig. A lot of rejig in terms of in the 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
No, I agree with you fully. By the way, all you guys watching us right now, please like this video and give us some love. And keep your comments coming through. MD Tapu going on to say, does this current batting lineup good enough to win battles against the likes of Shaheen Afridi, Ralph, Naseem Wood, Archer in the next T20 World Cup and knockouts pressure matches? I mean, you named some really good names there, and we can't just tell you straight up. But, dude, all these guys are playing in this series right now. Everyone has IPL pedigree. Name me one guy who doesn't have IPL pedigree.
Ishan Kishan.
Okay. I mean, Ishan Kishan also.
Just kidding.
But
four marne wala ball.
The thing here is what makes them from good players to the great players, and can they adapt in the biggest situations? Sure, I know the IPL is a great blueprint to measure your success rate in high pressure scenarios, but can they do it against the likes of Mark Wood in critical situations?
I'd love to see Mark Wood and Shaheen Afridi bowling bouncer after bouncer to Ishan Kishan and him.
But that question also, and Basan will come back to it. Just go back to MD Tapu's question.
Short,
This question also, essentially, it's not like India won 3-4 World Cups. We won 1 World Cup.
And 0 in the last 10 years.
15 years have gone by, and we've had great T20 players, but we've not been able to win a World Cup. So it's not like we have to single out this particular generation, be like, oh, can they cope in pressure situations? Sure, India have always been a bridesmaid, kind of going to semi-finals, losing, going to finals, losing, and all of that.
Why do you call it bridesmaid? Like, immediately, just out of curiosity.
I mean, essentially, that's the pecking order, right? It's a football thing.
Cool. All right.
But yeah, essentially coming back to that.
Yeah.
So MD Tapu going on to say, and I also have players who can bat, otherwise the World Cup will not go too far. That's why in my 11, I had batting depth and I had bowling options.
And Virat Kohli, of course.
And dude, if people don't see it, how CSK's success has been, I mean, Nix is a fan and he keeps mentioning usage. Just look at that team. You can throw anyone up. You can throw anyone down. That's how T20 should be. Like, Dhoni just uses Moin, Dubey, Raidu, like, whenever he wants them, which is so beautiful.
Again, it's not like we're the only ones watching IPL.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone
It's just so
has.
silly from the cricketing world as well, not to take a cue from CSK, not to
True.
single out Team India and the management. Look at all the T20 franchises in the world. They should just be looking at that.
True, and I also feel, again, personal opinion, with the Indian team, with the Indian setup, I feel they were too keen on grooming and building all format players. So you would often see ODI players making
Yeah.
it to the T20 squad and vice versa, and because of it, there was a lot of chopping and changing. Like, and that's
I'm not going crazy. I'm not going with any agenda. I've just been riled up. I've been nursing a hangover, like I said. So
Yeah.
literally, I think just make me talk more. But
Yep.
few points. I'm just like a passionate Indian fan, dude.
Yep.
And when he said Jadeja is not there, that's when I got ticked off. I said,
Arey bhai,
Jadeja.
all I said was, you can, if you want, you can rewind back and listen to what I said. I said, why?
So
why
one
are you
second.
so obsessed?
So what is your T20 World Cup 11?
It's too early. It's
I know,
too
but
early.
even I mentioned mine. In an ideal, dreamy fantasy world, I told you mine. People won't agree with it because obviously I'm opening with a prince and king. They'd be like, Pagal ho gaya insaan and all that.
Okay.
But I want to hear yours.
Okay, based on current form, I would probably start with Gill and Jaiswal.
Okay.
Sky 1 down, 2 down Tilak. Assuming Pandya's fit to bowl, 3 down Pandya.
And to captain as well.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
4 down at Jitesh or Samson because I want a keeping option as
Fine.
well. 5 down would be Jadeja / Akshar.
I'm wondering because he didn't say Akshar / Jadeja. He said Jadeja / Akshar.
Arey bhai, kya?
Just okay.
Vasant clearly knows
So
who has
okay.
an
So at
agenda
7
and who doesn't.
Jadeja. At 7 Jadeja.
Yeah, at 7 Jadeja. At number 8, oh, that's tricky. Okay, bowling. Let me just say 9, 10, 11. I would have Mia. I would have Bumrah and okay, spinners. I would probably go with Bishnoi. Yeah,
Bishnoi.
Yeah, I would go with Bishnoi. And
At 8?
At 8, that's what I'm trying to think. Who's there at 8? Who could? I don't know. Just Lord is coming to my mind. Why is Lord coming to my mind?
You can go for Lord. It's not a bad shout. You can go for Sundar. You can go for all left.
Nah, not so
Riyan
for
Parag.
sure. Nah. Probably Lord. Yeah, just go with Lord.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Hello, RCB dudes. Hand pink waving. Bishal Malik.
Hello,
Nice to
hi.
see you,
Yep.
Vishal. Before I hear Nick's 11, because Nick's, we're basically just trying to preempt what they'll put out, and we can obviously have our own subjective says. So his was what you heard. Mine, just to repeat it for your benefit and the viewers, I went for Virat, Shubman Gill, Sky, Tilak, Hardik, Samson, Jadeja, Dubey, Bishnoi,
Yeah.
Arshdeep and Bumrah,
Yep.
which is decent. And Mia to carry the drinks.
Just
Oh, by the way, sorry, lock in your predictions right now before you
Yeah.
hear from Nick's. My 11 has only 5 bowling options. I think he's talking about your mine has more than 5.
how bhai? Hardik is there. Then number 5, number 7 pe Jadeja, number 8 Shardul, 9, 10, 11. There are already 5 there plus Hardik, so that's 6 bowling options.
Yeah, for me the 7.
Yeah. What will I do with 7 of these people? Don't know how to use them properly. That's the point.
I'll use the king as well. Next, what about you? What are you going for? Just from the outset, like what you'd like to see if you were just the selector.
I would open with Jaiswal and Sky.
Ooh.
Just go mad in the power play.
Yeah.
Probably drop anchor with Hardik at 3 because he wants to play that role. Be that guy. Tilak at 4. Hopefully Pant will be fit by then, so Pant comes in there. So that's Pant at 5. You have one of Jitesh or Rinku or whoever in that order just comes through really well. So that one lefty option from there, and then Akshar Jadeja, and then the 3 as you said, Bumrah, Siraj, and Arshdeep. I'll also keep Shivam Mavi. Hopefully it's a 6. It is.
Yeah, that's 6.
Thank you.
Yeah, which
one of the batting
Yeah.
all-rounders in Mavi Rana. Yeah.
But you both, sorry, we conveniently forgot.
Yeah,
that Tilak
essentially
went
our stats man had
Yeah,
to run
had
in
to
and
run
embarrass
in.
us and be like, speak about Tilak's 50. It's his first 50 in Indian
Yep.
colours. Well done, Tilak Varma. We apologize because we just got into this whole
Yep.
melee in chat. But yeah, future's bright. He was what, 18 of 20. So his last 20, I mean, it's seen 33 and this tricky wicket. So well done, Tilak Varma.
True.
That's why all three of us have selected him as well,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
in our 11s. So
32
we
of the
know
last
this.
19 balls in these conditions. That's
This boy
really,
can
really,
bat.
really well
What do
done.
you think of Tilak Varma and the ODI squad? Let's again calm and be cool in terms of not mixing
Yeah, I hope he's
formats.
not referring to the 23 World Cup or something, boss.
After. But you know the two. How old is Patidar?
28, if I'm not wrong. 27, 28. Not young. He's not young. Oh, no,
Fair,
no.
drifting down leg side.
Yep.
So
But
yeah, well done,
wouldn't you-
Tilak Varma. I think there's plenty more stats you guys can check out on cricket.com. There will be more stats we'll present in the ticker. So shout out to the stats man Anirudh for
Yeah.
just reminding
Thanks,
us. We
Anirudh,
just
yeah.
got into a whole episode in our minds. Right, Bishar Malik going on to say hello, RCB dudes, long time, huh? Is things are really working out, Roth, and especially calling T20 internationals, as people are making things hard for them, like they've done, blah 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 blah. I mean, I know where he's coming from, but see, a lot of people are of the mindset that, dude, time to groom the youngsters. Thanks for the memories, time to say goodbye and all of that. It makes sense because ultimately it's not like Virat and Rohit have delivered T20 titles, right? I mean, Rohit, of course, has won one, but way back in the day. But in this last 10, 15 years, it's not like these guys have come close and they've lost in 4 or 5 finals. Now,
Short.
oh,
Array,
short.
out.
Or is he cuffed that? He's
yeah,
straight
yeah.
to the man. So it's 50
Well
now.
played.
No.
Well played.
A really good knock.
Yep.
114 for 5.
And you said 17th over Akshar, 16th over he's coming in. Not bad.
Not bad. So he's done his work for sure. So just the whole thing with Rohit and Virat, I told you what I feel. I think Virat should probably just say goodbye after that World Cup. Rohit should already go right now. People will see it differently. People will say, why are you saying that? Rohit should play, Virat shouldn't play. And dude, ultimately, there's so many fans in India, they'll have it different
Of course,
ways.
yeah.
I mean, just asking Nix about his 11, who would have thought that Jaiswal and Sky would be openers? But that could be, a revelation pair in T20s, right? Both of them just going mad.
Also, Nix, who did you have at your number 7, number 8 positions at those two?
Same two.
Positions.
Same two. Akshar and Jadeja.
Okay.
And the pace bowling all-rounder was if Shivam Mavi, Harshit Rana, Hangarkar, they stay fit, one of them.
But
Man, that's the thing, man. Why can't we just take Chris Wokes and make him Indian or someone of that ilk? Like, imagine that. Like, one crazy. Like, I
paint him down.
No, apart from Hardik Pandya, who's a real quality fast bowling all-rounder?
Shivam Dube.
Yeah, again, his bowling is a little scratchy, dude.
But I think at this point of time, I don't think India have lost their T20 World Cups or ODI World Cups because of not having all-rounders.
Yeah.
I just think they have not lost because the specialists have not done the job. Whether it's with the bat in top 3 or whether it's the ball in the top 3 options.
Fair.
Makes sense. I think Tushar went back to say it's Avnish's 11. No, I do have more than 6 options. I have Bumrah, Arshdeep, Bishnoi, Jadeja,
Dube,
Pandya.
That's it. So you have 6 plus Dube.
Yeah, 6 plus Dube.
Yeah.
Which is decent. And make Tilak bowl as much as you can. Make him a kind of Livingston if you can. Get an opportunity to make an all-rounder and win the game in the power play with the bat.
True. And
again, wishful thinking.
Yep. And this is where all of us spoke about, how impact player, the rule coming in would affect, the ability of grooming, building, developing more all-rounders, of batters developing a secondary skill set, or bowlers developing a secondary skill set. We remember Shah Rukh Khan during the IPL actually going on to say in one of those press conferences, "Ki boss, I want bowling. I've spoken to Shiki Paji. He's not giving me bowling." Cut to the TNPL, he was the purple cap holder. He was the highest wicket.
But actually, that is my problem. Actually, that he does the same thing that he gets there. So in TNPL, he has very many other options. Why should TNPL have Shah Rukh Khan as your purple cap holder? How are you going to promote that Shah Rukh Khan is a purple cap holder? Why does he need to bowl there? You are playing a level above. You are a player of a level above. You almost touted as a good finisher for India. So it's a part of the system that where you can do well, you will find ways to do well. Whether your team needs it, doesn't, he could groom the next. See, you have Sai Kishore, Varun Chakravarti. There are so many players. Rahil Shah. There are so many spinners available. Why would you not try and see if one of them can be a end-overs option for you? Why do you have to bowl? See, the problem is you have to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes at that point of time, the aim is to win that game and that tournament, and that's done. But you can't complain of not getting bowling there. But eventually then getting into a purple cap in TLPL, it makes no sense.
No, that is, of course, I wasn't specifically referring to this point. The
Hmm.
bigger picture was that impact clear the rule itself,
Of course,
discouraging
100%.
players and teams from grooming all-rounders. So
Yeah.
And it's
that's,
only a matter of time. I think it'll see.
I genuinely hope they scrap the rule, because I don't think it made it more interesting or I liked it or anything. It hardly made any difference to me as a regular cricket viewer.
True.
Yeah,
Rakshak,
it made like which Aldar Joseph bowled 1 over in a game that Gujarat
Yeah.
Titans played.
Yeah.
How is it helping anyone? Forget
Arey, no.
fantasy players.
Rajasthan game versus SRH, Obed McCoy, he came in for death bowling, bowls his 1 over, and they go to Kuldeep Yadav, and Glenn Phillips scores 25 runs off that over.
I agree with you guys. I think it's done more harm than good for sure.
I'll just close that comment with one thing, that Rajasthan Royals had a folder of plans for this World Cup, for the IPL. And then they saw there is an option to use impact player. I don't know, but we've made this very good file, very good presentation. We'll stick with this only. I mean, I don't see any other team playing with 5 bowling options even while bowling first. I remember use the rule to your advantage, but then we don't have any. So then go back to the auction. Anyway, let's get back to the game.
Yep.
Oh my word. But yeah, it just makes you think about that rule all the more. And let us know in the comments what you guys think, boys, because lots of people in the comments. Santosh Urpa going on to say 157 as his prediction, 145 Chachant, 160 Rohan Patil, 155 Akshay Kumaraswamy, 146 Avnish Hegde. I don't know, Nikhil Popat, what are you going for?
I hope it's about 150. It will take some getting, and a lot will rely on Hardik, because I'm sure they are not going to bowl spin from here on. It's not needed.
Yeah.
You have Holder and Shepherd is most likely to bowl. You have Obed McCoy actually. So then McCoy, so I don't think they'll have to even go to somebody else. McCoy has one, and Joseph has one. Okay, so they could rotate with that. So hopefully more than 150, you'll need 150. The problem is West Indies then again have 2-3 players up top who can kill half of the chase with a 15 ball 40. And then suddenly you are just always chasing the game. So tactics also will be very, very critical in the power play.
Yeah, that's about 30 runs from there to just get to that 150 parity. And 150 turned out to be the winning score for West Indies the last time in the first T20 international. They just got a 150. The BCCI is now confirming Hardik is a permanent T20 captain due to the removal of Virat as ODI captain. Having 2 different captains for white ball tournaments could lead to questions from Kohli's fans. I don't think they'll read into that much, because that is...
Catch it, boy!
Oh, Akshar Patel, what a batter, bro. Maza. Can't believe it.
मजा आ गया.
इसको greater good की परवाह नहीं है. He'd rather see Akshar Patel get out than...
No, as in just to make my point. I mean, have some banter over there.
Are you part of Delhi Capitals camp?
है वो लेकिन बाहर है. हम नहीं. हम RCB के साथ दुख के साथ भी खुश हैं बस.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
By the way,
felt almost like कि वही बोल रहे.
By the way, Tushar has gone to ask us, what do you guys think about moving on from Samson, Ishan and T20s, possibly going for Jitesh or Pant when he's available?
भाई पहले Samson को ठीक से दो.
Give Samson a long rope, man.
Yeah, but I think these kind of shots won't help. I mean, as much as you want to give him 15-20 games, hopefully he should get, but these are the chances that you want to nail. And when you know you are in a very competitive spot for the middle order, you know what you have to do to even get a chance. So then it's like about percentages. If you're playing your shot and getting out like that, it's okay, I understand. At that point of time, you are not even in. So it's just like not giving yourself the best chance to come through. And then if they drop him, they'll say, let's see how he got. So you'll have to help your case.
No, and plus with Samson, the thing is, he made his T20 international debut, I don't know, 2013-14 or something like that. Right? It's been 9 years and he's just got 20 innings to show, which says he's got the longer rope, but also brain fades into this. Might be looking, I mean, the selectors be like, what are you doing, Sanju? What are you doing? Can't you just assess it better? But ultimately, the upside is there, right?
True. I mean, that's his game. See,
where do you stand in the Samson scene?
He needs... shot!
Oh, hold on to your phone here.
That's a shot, boy. That's a shot. And with Samson, today I don't think I would fault him for the intention, but the attempt itself was so bizarre, half-hearted. I don't know if I could even say half-hearted. He is someone who likes to go big in the first few deliveries. That's known, but just randomly stepping out, not anywhere close to the pitch of the ball. Again, I don't want it to go. I don't want to embarrass myself by going into the technicalities of it. But yeah, it just leaves a lot of room to desire. That's it.
And Sanju Samson fans are aplenty, and even I'm one of them. But sometimes it's just like today, we were just hoping much more. Anyway, Hardik Pandya is trying to get a piece of his fellow Gujarat Titans bowler,
Yep.
who's faced plenty of times
And is
before.
that a new name again? Mayur Madivalar.
No, he was there in the first Watchalong. So
Alright.
a good old man is from Dharwad.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Madiwala as in like Madiwala or? I'm very
Madiwala.
sorry. Had to
Dharwad,
get
right? You got
out
that
of the
right,
way.
Mayur. I hope I got that right, Mayur.
Alright.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's move on to MD Tapu's comment here.
You could also take his comment, not just talk about his
So, what did
name.
he say?
He was talking about England's ODI squad, probable squad, and how it looked very dangerous with the
Oh,
likes of
correct.
Bairstow and Vokes. They are, I mean, limited overs, no doubt, they are the squad, the team to beat, for sure. So, Mayur,
And world champs, dude. So,
exactly, no two questions about
England
it.
right now, in terms of all formats, I know the Ashes, the series scoreline could have read way differently if they just used their brains a little better.
I would say
But-
white ball cricket at least, they
Yeah.
are right on top.
Yeah, they're the best team
Yeah,
for sure. MD Tapu going on to say you either have to play baseball or real sensible cricket. You can't stand in between. With all the talents India have, they're unsure how to go about things. They're not seeing the bigger picture, which is a fair comment again.
But what is this about Test cricket?
But look, MD Tapu, you got to understand that baseball has only come across because it's a coping mechanism. They didn't have the tools to kind of
True.
bat like proper Test cricketers, right?
Attritional cricket wasn't a part of their
Wasn't part of their
army.
plans
Yeah.
and wasn't part of many of their makeup. You look at that personnel right now in that English squad. Yeah, they could have gone for like the whole Rory Burns, Dom Sibley, Hasid, Hamid, all these kind of cricketers.
See, right,
But now they just changed it fully and it's worked well for them. India, for them to even come across to a philosophy like that, I don't think they are going to choose what they've been doing for donkey's years, bro.
And it also has to do with the kind of players or characters you
Yeah.
have in your think tank. Makilam versus Dravid. Oh, ball!
What a ball that is. What a ball that
As
is.
this Gujarat Titan skipper there.
But to be fair to Hardik, I don't think many right-handers could have played that
yeah,
out.
that was the ball. That was a proper nut. That. Oh.
So 129 for 6, 18 overs, and I don't think Nix is going to get 150. Neither you're going to get 155.
Akshar Patel.
Could
In
be
Akshar
Akshar
Patel,
Patel.
we trust.
Or if they have a promotion for Arshdeep after his little
Chahal.
cameo. Oh my word, that was so funny.
I need that confidence
running
in
and
life.
running back.
Yeah, Chahal.
If Pant would be fit for the T20 World Cup, he would be a better batter than these surfaces.
So Pant over the likes of say Jitesh and Samson, is that what you guys are saying? I know that's what Nix believes in.
I mean, all of us, Knicks, we all picked Samson, Jitesh closing eyes. But if Pant
He's
is...
picked Pant.
Oh, you picked Pant, sorry.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So
Then-
number 5 had Pant. We had Sanju
Yeah.
/ Jitesh.
which is a
So
good
the
shot. I
only
mean,
the only idea there is that again you'll have to hope that Pant again gets the tempo right. Something that
Yeah.
we were talking about Sky in ODI. So if Pant starts to get a very clear idea that okay, this is my role in T20 setup, then at 5-6 in such so again very I don't know wrong comparison or wrong two people, but Nicholas Purin, Rishabh Pant. I feel they are very much of the same mold in terms of how they can go about things. It's about role clarity and being in that zone. If they are
Yeah.
there, they'll give you a 30 ball 70. If not, they could also struggle to score a 20 ball 10 and get out. So you should be able to take both of those worlds. But yeah, a long way to go there. So let's wait.
yeah, let's hope Pant comes back into it because he wasn't in my scheme of things, but Pant's definitely a sure shot starter if he's fit.
And McCoy is also a sure shot starter for giving a 20-30 run over. He's known for doing those things
Who,
time
McCoy?
and again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So
for sure.
let's not count India out of a 150 plus total so soon. Akshar Patel, the batter. Yeah.
Akshay Patel,
I'll
the
just-
batter, 130
yeah.
for 6. Let's see how much he gets through over
Yeah.
here. Before we come back to that MD Tapu comment, wild shout from Rakshak over there saying Deepak Charity,
Yeah.
which I like, which
I
a lot
did
of fans
think,
would like,
Yeah.
but it's just, again, fitness.
Yep.
With Deepak Chahar, it's just all about fitness. People like Chahar, people like Sundar, all good cricketers, but fitness.
Sundar, but no man. Like I rated Sundar 2 years ago. Sundar, the white ball player, I rated him very highly.
Same.
But
When
like,
he was with the RCB,
Yeah,
opening the
yeah,
ball in the
yeah,
park, they doing
exactly.
a neat
I
job.
really like what I saw of him, but it's been a a very sad decline, so to say. Even the Deodar Trophy with the bat, I mean, neither with the bat nor with the ball. Like he didn't seem like he was creating an impact. Like Shahbaz Ahmed seemed more penetrative for what it's worth with the ball. So, what do you think, Nick? Like, was she the white ball player in general?
He's washed, isn't he?
No, hopefully not. You don't have any other off spinner at this point in
Current
time.
form, just current form, not washed
Ah.
or anything.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
another
See, I think,
Nick. Have another off spinner, which is very crucial.
yeah.
Shubman Gill.
Go on, Nick. Sorry.
Gil may have to bowl if he bats like this in T20s. So let's see. Yeah, I think Sundar is again somebody who's been like, I don't know, unfortunate with a lot of injuries. So sometimes that can also hamper you from going like full throttle. So hopefully enough game time for him to then get back to his usual. Because in TNPL, is that a wicket? Oh, okay, thanks. In TNPL also he's batting lower on the order now as opposed to opening the batting. And he's had a few 50s there, but
He had a century, no? Or was that a good 50? From 50 for 6 or 60 for 6, he took his team.
yeah. So he's had scores, but he
Yeah.
hasn't, as you said, not in his fluent best. So maybe more game time, getting better in his like in terms of fitness, and he has time. So hopefully, and yeah,
रोहन पाटिल एड्रेस देता हूँ
I
भाई
will bring you wine.
भाई एड्रेस देता हूँ लिख ले भाई अभी
I mean, that must be just top. I think I had a couple of friends who went there on the weekend to Nasik.
Our producers from Nasik for what it's worth, so
Fair.
we don't have to go that far.
Yeah, we'd love the vino at
Yeah,
cricket.com.
please.
shot.
Good shot from Akshar Patel.
कौन
and
है
he
भाई
gets
बैटर
four.
कौन है
He gets a lucky boundary there. Just jokes, right? He's a good shot. He's playing over McCoy, dude. It's all like peak Wasim Akram is playing belting.
Dude, Oban Mokai took 6 for 19, I think, in that
I
like just
know,
220.
but who did Jadeja get 10 of 2? Mohit Sharma. Who is way better than this guy? I can't believe it. Guys, agree with me, please.
the lens this guy would go to prove his point.
It was a boundary ball, yeah.
Match that one, please.
Anyways, yeah, let's take Rohan Patil's point because he's going to get us wine. Tell him the address of our office. What is it? Should we?
No, don't, never. One second. So what do you think? Tilak Verma and the ODI score, can he also bowl? That's what we answered it earlier, Rohan, and I'll answer it again. Personally, no, not yet. Only after the 2023 World Cup, and I hope that India win, and then it's just a new, complete kettle of players for ODI cricket, because that format also is going to be sucked the life out of.
True.
Right? So, essentially, ODI is not a format like how it used to be 10 years ago, where we had a lot of ODIs. I think ODI generally is like an endangered species right now. It's losing its relevance.
Sorry to cut you there. They didn't take a single.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Because he wanted...
Akshar Patel on side, na? Yeah.
Yeah. Samish going on to add, all the other ODI World Cup probable teams are looking dangerous and we're looking so weak with the management experiment. Rohit Virat here, and then please don't. Look,
So-
ODI chat.
Wait. Allow me to quote Mr. Nice. Inflate, deflate. Thank you.
Which is spot on, to be fair.
True. And again, we can only realistically start talking about the actual 11 come the Asia Cup. That's going to be the proper litmus. I know it's too close to the World Cup, but don't look at the West Indies series, for God's sake. That was just them trying to see.
I think generally also Samish is trying to make a point that, okay, fine, how teams are and how we're placed. But now, look, we go with what we have. And I know even our best top 6 right now, all right-handers. I'm saying if Iyer and this one's fit.
Out.
Oh, Shepherd. Oh, my word, Akshar Patel.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
And so
I don't want to say anything.
It's fine.
On,
you can say.
Yeah.
Of course you can say.
But do one second.
Yeah.
Ronak, tell me if anyone's winning the predictions, because
Yeah,
many people are coming
I remember
close.
148 or 146. But sorry, next you were saying something though.
Yeah, once again, the bounce has got him out.
Yeah.
So it is something that I'm sure teams will look to target a lot more to him going forward.
Yep. And our producer says that 3 names. 3
tied on 145 each.
Ooh, 3 are tied on 145. Make sure the person to comment first is the one who gets.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
nice.
but it is Arshdeep Singh. He'll hit at least 2 boundaries. Na?
Hoping.
Let's see.
Yeah, but just keep your comments coming through in terms
So,
of...
Samish, also let's wait for the Asia Cup. Because
About the ODI World Cup, with regards to, look, we're going to do the Monday Night Live show as well.
yeah,
There'll be
talk
so
about that.
much build up to the
Okay.
ODI, so we can talk about all of that then. We will hardly play ODI bilaterals after the World Cup. Yeah, that's something that I was going to allude to as well.
Why we're playing South Africa, and why do you need ODI bilaterals after the
No,
World Cup?
he's just basically trying to say that they're not going to be as, you know, many or populated as they were like 5 years ago.
I really hope that's the case, because we don't need too many ODIs in any case. But they're still playing. They're playing one in December. Oh, wow!
Oh, he's got a 6.
Avec 6 kya?
Oh,
four.
my word!
I thought it was straight to short fine.
Oh my word! He's got that boundary.
एक boundary हो गया, एक बाकी है.
One boundary, one more there. Vipul Anand, good to see you. Where have you been? He goes on to say, Akshay and Nix, a renowned cricket journalist on Twitter said, people say we isolate players from other leagues. They won't grow, but can we see women team decline performance even though they play other leagues? Which is a good point. Because
but then they're both not related though. I mean,
yeah.
they can. The more they play, the better they will get, and that is actually just proving your point once again. That unless you send them out and you see how they go about it, they will not grow in terms of how others are able to grow and acclimatize to different conditions and be ready when they go there. So it is a very long road. It's not going to be very immediate that they play a couple of leagues and suddenly they'll be like, different batters.
Agreed. And also, if you could just go back to the previous point, just one more thing. Even with the women's team, it's the same, same bunch of 3-4 players who are playing everywhere. It's the likes of Smriti, Harman and Jemmy who are playing all these leagues. Not everyone.
Oh, short Ravi Bishnoi. Short Ravi Bishnoi. The 150 comes up for India in some style. And that's why I had Bishnoi in my 11 for the World Cup, because I know this man.
Not the 4 overs of bowling, he would give the 6.
He did something that Akshay Patel couldn't do. Hit a 6. And the
Samson also didn't do it. Sky also didn't do it.
I got my 150. I'm happy.
Rahul Singh saying after T20 World Cup, only 2 guys played impact knocks before the series can the party. Second last ball. Did he come back?
Oh, 4 run, it's 155.
155.
Yeah.
Well done.
I better get my merch.
Well, you should get your march for sure if it is a 4.
Yeah. And sorry, you want to take Rahul's comment?
Rahul's comment, you can see how these guys are still struggling. Yeah, I know what you are kind of insinuating, Rahul, but look, again, let time kind of be given eventually. Because when Gill walked into the series, he's probably coming in the back of some of the best form ever, right, in his career so far. Brilliant IPL. Everything he's touched in 2023 is turned gold. So this is just basically the black one. Great finish.
152 is what they reach, and we have a winner. Jagmeet Singh Oberoi.
152. Well done, Jagmeet. Well done. You can slide into my DMs again on Instagram like you always have. He has. Let's make no mistake about it. Yeah. Vishnu scoring more than Princess in just 3 balls.
You know who he's slandering with?
Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill in it.
Yeah. And was there a comment we missed? I
think Rohan Patel said something really left field. He said, how do you guys get into this profession?
Correct.
Yeah. It's weird. That's later. We'll save that for a later.
Second inning.
So, Nix, I'll take your leave right now, and then we can catch each other in second innings. But, boys, good chat so far. Plenty more to come, of course, with regards to us at cricket.com. Like we said, this whole week's fascinating in terms of content that we've lined up for you all. So hit the bell icon as well. All you guys have subscribed but not hit the bell icon. So you guys will be updated with all the stuff and videos we post on YouTube. But right now, let us know if India can make it 1-1. They need to defend 152, essentially. Nicholas Puran has been looking fantastic. Brandon King can do some really good things with the bat. And Akshay is wearing his maroon jersey. And so far, it's been a West Indian half to save up.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they would have taken this with both hands, I would imagine, at the beginning, at the toss, definitely. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to see how India's bowlers go about their business, how they try and defend this. It'll be very interesting to see. And also, before I forget, guys, make sure you've also submitted your query with the poll. Make sure you let us know Monday Night Live what time you want us to do it at. We'll also get a better understanding. And
in fact, there are some votes which have happened.
Yeah, so let us see.
And I'll tell you exactly the poll because it's just about 50 votes, all you guys.
So please vote.
And I'll keep it long and I'll read the final outcome at the end of the watch along. But so far, we put 4 options out. When do you want us to start the Monday Night Live? on a Monday, of course. 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and 9 p.m. Can you guess what people have gone for?
I'd say 6 p.m.
Actually, 6 p.m. is 23%.
Oh,
7 p.m. is 27%. 8 p.m. is 30%. And 9 p.m. is 20%.
20%.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So 8 p.m. a lot of people
Yeah.
want
So yeah,
our
please
content
let
to
us
be
know.
going on. 8 p.m. We'll do it at 8 p.m. tomorrow then.
Yep.
And you can hear me and Akshay speak passionately about our RCB thoughts about Andy
Always.
Flower, whether it's all dandy or whether it's just
Randy.
eye candy or whether it's, I was going to say another
Let's
word, but
stop it at that. Let's
we'll
leave
just
it
pause
at
it
that,
at that.
rather. Yeah.
But yeah, comment right now thinking, telling me this. Essentially, one, is India going to win? And two, what time will the game get over? Because we always do that in the second innings in terms of predictions. Well done, Jagmeet Singh Oberoi,
Yeah.
once again. 152, you called it spot on. DM us on Twitter and, of course, hit us your address. We'll, of course, ship it to you and tell us what you want because there's the ones he's wearing right now and what I'm wearing, but you can choose one. I think there's a Virat Kohli one. There's
MS Dhoni, of
an
course.
MS Dhoni one. There's a Hardik
KL
Pandya
Rahul.
one, KL Rahul one.
Yeah.
There's plenty of merch, so get involved and get active. And for you guys watching this as well, really appreciate all you guys jumping on the watch along, making it such a success because we love doing it. We love chatting cricket, and I love talking cricket generally. So that's good. We'll just take one before we head out for a small breather and come back for the second innings. Like this video before anything else, please, right now. Just take 5 seconds. I'm not speaking a word, just 5 seconds. Please like this. Have you liked it? Okay, I'm hoping that you guys have liked it. Some people are just looking at me and be like, I've not liked it. Please like it, man. Come on, just help us. We're growing. So Ramna Kiran, who's also a good friend of the channel, good to see you. Good evening. Asks us, Akshay, why aren't Jitesh and Mavi not in the scheme of things? Still early days, Ramana. But yeah, those are two names I'd like to see in the future of this format at least. Fun fact, Jitesh Sharma, when he first got on Twitter, he retweeted cricket.com.
It's like,
and we've spoken to Jitesh Sharma recently, so he's done an interview with us, so you can hear about him and much more. Shivam Mavi, I understand why people want to see him much more because he actually can bowl 140. If he tightens his batting, he could be a valuable asset. But that hasn't been coming to fruition.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't feature in a single IPL game this season. He was benched the entire season for Gujarat. So yeah, it's still early days for him. I'm not sure if Shivam Mavi's bowling is right now good enough for him to just make it to the 11 as a bowler. Like you said, his batting is nowhere close to it being good enough.
Yeah.
Jitesh, on the other hand, I really like what I see of him. He is someone he's a proper intent machine. Doesn't give two hoots about who's bowling, what's the ball, and all of that. Very clear. I love to see, if and when he gets his chances for the Indian team, which is the Asian Games next month, how he does that. I'd really love to see him do well, donning the Indian jersey, for sure.
And let's see how Jitesh Sharma actually goes about his whole career. But you can hear more from him on cricket.com. We've spoken to him, like I said. Fascinating interviews, by the way. All these boys. Shout out to Akash, Siva Subramaniam for also doing that interview with Riyan Parag, which is also available on the website. And just before we go, I just want to talk about Tilak Varma and his knock. 51 of 40 people will look back at this particular scorecard and be like, yeah, it's just a 40 ball 50. But on this surface, and given that he had a slow start, brilliant knock. And so far, two great innings, 37 in quick time, the first T20, 51 today. The future is looking bright, 100%. But right now, let's just hold on, right? About this Tilak Varma story.
I mean, so far so good, but yeah, let's not jump to conclusions.
Because he also got a little bit of luck. He was dropped twice, I think. This one, both tough chances. One was regulatory, where Owen LaCoy dropped him in deep in wicket. But India getting 152. What are your thoughts on that? Lots more with me and Akshay in about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be back with much more. Until then, there's plenty of things to enjoy in cricket.com, and we're playing you this right now. And I will ask you the first question, which is, how many West Indian cricketers can you name in 30 seconds, past or present?
I could name 20.
20? Wow, that's a bold shot. Okay, liar. I want to see you go for it. I'm going to start my clock, and then we can wait and watch how you go for it.
Do I have to name their full names or just their full
Any name. You can go Lara, Chandrapal, Hooper, like that.
Okay. 20 in 30 seconds I could name.
20 in 30 seconds. Your time, Darren Sammy, starts now.
Brian Lara, Viv Richards, Cutley Ambrose, Wes Hall, Charlie Griffith, Darren Sammy, Chris Gale, Jason Holder, Karen Pollard, Akil Hussein, Romario Shepard, Darren Powell, Kyron Powell, Odin Smith, Roston Chase. You want me to keep going?
Two more, two more. And you have 5 seconds left.
And Ridley Jacobs.
Okay, we'll give you that. We'll give you the points. You went 20 bang on in 29.5 seconds. So well done. You have the points in the first round. Super. So the second round is types of food. How many types of food can you name in 30 seconds? You want to give it a go?
Type of food. In like a dish? Or what?
Yeah, you can say bread, pasta, biryani, anything.
I think I could name 12.
12. That's modest, Darren. I'm sure like you're a foodie. I think I can name 15.
You could name 15?
Yeah, 15. Do you think you can name 15?
I could name 16.
Okay, 16. Let's see if you can name 16 foods. Your time starts now.
Chocolate, cake, green fig, apple. Oh man, macaroni pie, aloo pie, chicken curry, goat curry, beef, luncheon meat, boiled eggs.
You need 4 more and you have 5 seconds.
Peanut butter, jam, golden apple, grapes.
Time up. 15 seconds. I mean, you named 15 in 30 seconds. Well done. So because I called you a liar, I get the point. So it's 1-1 in this series so far. Let's move on to the third one. Let's see what our producers have given us for the third one. How many apps on your phone can you name in 30 seconds?
How
So
many
it can be
apps on my
WhatsApp,
phone?
Instagram. Yeah. How many apps?
I could name 10 apps on my phone.
10.
12
I'll bet
apps
you were
on my
saying
phone
12. 12 apps. I mean, in general, apps in general.
Okay, I could name 15 apps.
Okay, that's a brave shout. Let's see if you are brave enough to name them all. Your time starts now.
WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, MSN Messenger, Google Play, Apple Pay,
You have 7 seconds.
Oh my god. Oh, exercise app, health, sleeping app.
Okay, it's time up. You fall short in this round, Darren. You could have easily challenged me. I would have struggled as well. When you named MSN Messenger, I realized that this man is all over the place. But nevertheless, because of your lying capabilities, I've got the points. So it's fine. You still have 2 rounds to pip me 3-2.
Oh,
I know you're having a
could
laugh.
tie it. I could tie it. I could win.
Super.
Oh
So
my
the last 2 rounds, okay? And this is where it kind of gets tricky. The fourth question here is how many genuine all-rounders in world cricket right now can you name in 30 seconds?
Genuine all-rounders in world cricket I could name in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I could name 7.
7. Okay, I can name 10. I'll go with 10.
I think I could name 11.
Okay, I would say 12. I might pip you to the post here. I don't know, I'm shouting out, but let's see.
I call you
12. Okay, 12. Fair enough. So I have to name 12. My producer has a clock behind me. I'll start right now. Ravindra Jadeja, Mitchell Santner, Shadab Khan,
I hope you don't have.
Kieran Pollard, Jason Holder, Odin Smith, Romario Shepard, Mitchell Marsh. Who else do we have? Colin de Grandhomme, Ben Stokes. I have 10 seconds and I need to name 3 more. Oh my god. Sri Lanka.
Listen, look at me, look at me, man. Look at me, look at me. I'm not playing anymore.
Okay, time's up. So I faltered, which is so hard to get when the clock's on you.
Time's up.
The pressure is ridiculous. My producer is just
telling you,
shaking
right?
his head.
You
in
know how I feel.
So I failed in this round. So it's 2-2, Darren, between
you got
you
the
and me.
Pandey brothers. Oh, this,
Hello guys, welcome back. Sorry for the abrupt end to the video. Make sure you check all of it after the watch along today. We're sort of taking a leaf out of DD's page. They just randomly cut to actual live action, and we didn't even get to see how the first wicket fell. I'm not even sure who got it. It was probably Brandon King. All I know is players were celebrating. Yeah, it is Brandon King. Hardik Pandya of all people has taken the new ball, and of course he's gotten a wicket first ball. So he stands vindicated, and look who's here! All right, making a run for it.
Late to the party, and I can't believe the game's already started.
Just randomly started out of nowhere.
Oh my word, what a catch though.
It cut to this scene. To this
Surya
scene.
Kumar Yadav, 1 for none.
First ball. Oh, is that a 4-second
Sorry,
ball?
none for 1. Oh my
Good.
word.
No,
Action
there's a good feeling back.
packed. Legit.
Yep. First ball, and Hardik, of course. Who but Hardik to take the new ball? What do you make of that?
Captain leading from the front. Captain
As
leading from the
always.
front. Slight movement.
That
There was a great drive.
well-timed, excellent catch.
But I think the catch made the wicket more than the ball.
Yep.
Surya
Excellent catch.
elated. And that's the energy you'd want to see on a Sunday evening. By the way, there's plenty of football action going on as well. So keep me updated with the scores because I'm not watching the United Bilbao friendly
If I'm not
and the
wrong,
Community
Shauna Kiss.
Shield.
Yeah, Shauna
What's
Kiss.
happening in the Community Shield? 0-0? How many minutes up? 60 minutes.
हाँ भाई ये कर ले.
Pep and Arteta for all you football freaks out there. And I'm trying to find a Dunzo for my food. I've not been able to. So if my mom and sister are watching, please try to send my food because I'm hungry AF for sure. For sure. By the way, Kyle Mayers as well as a player. I mean, he
Yeah,
got
he's a
sussed
player.
out the last time. He should have reviewed.
True. I
And
remember
Nicky
that.
P is also preparing himself. And this game's going to be, of course, having more twist and turn.
Oh!
Go on, 2 for 2. One brings
That's
two.
a stupid because I like why?
Again, very silly shot. Silly is it's an understatement, really. Because, again, it was there to be driven, but it's such a packed offside field with catchers. Why would you again tempt fate? Why?
Man.
Why do you have to do that?
Straight. He didn't have to move an inch.
I'm
Straight.
sorry, Johnson Charles, but that deserves you to be walking back to the pavilion. And West Indies, they're making a meal of this 152 chase. They're 2 for 2 in the first 4 balls in their response. And look, India and Hardik Pandya have their tails up. I mean, nothing else to say, really.
Like the only, I mean, not only the problem right now is now this would make Hardik feel all the more, vindicated. Ki boss, see, me taking the new ball actually makes
100%.
sense. And
100%. He'll just now think that this is a
Yeah.
go-to thing generally in this format. And I don't really mind it once in a while, sure, 100%. And now, because we don't have proper seamers, no disrespect to Mukesh Kumar or Arshdeep, but generally.
But
Right.
no, man, both of them are more than capable.
I'm guessing though, if he had a Siraj or a Bumrah, there's no chance he's opening. There's no
There's
chance.
every chance.
You still think so?
Yeah. With Shami in the in his Gujarat Titans squad, he would still bowl the first over. Or bowl with the new ball. Sorry.
Very rare.
Not rare. What are you saying? He didn't bowl the new ball?
With the new ball first change, yes.
Not first change. He would share the new ball with Shami.
But didn't they also have another guy with Shami who's partnering Shami?
There was Alzari, there was
Josh Little, right?
Josh Little never. He was first change, first change always.
Fair. Okay, but look, it's to work Hardik's way at least today. Give us some love in this watch along. I know you guys must be returning to our screens right now, so
Yeah.
it'll pick up momentarily and sync your streams with us because we're watching it on DD. And Nicholas Purin's out there with Kyle Mayers, both LSG lads and both RCB lads here. What could be better on a Sunday? West Indies as unpredictable as always, saying sports fan. They are unpredictable. That's why you shouldn't rule them out because remember, I mentioned Kyle Mayers. I mentioned Nicholas Puran. I'll mention another left-hander in Shimron Hetmeyer. Those three can take the game away. So do not be fooled, even though India right now have their noses in front. And a waft from Nicholas Puran. And I like how Nix has compared Puran to Pant because they're similar ilk. But yeah, offbeat question, what are your education degrees and how did you get in this profession? I'm an accidental journalist, broadcaster, call it that way. I studied management and then ended up here all these years later. And it's a great job. I love it. Thank my stars every day. What about you?
I do agree with the second statement. Great job, love it. Thank my stars every day. Again, absolutely
Education
nothing
degrees.
related to this.
You
My
did mechanical
qualification-
engineering.
Yeah, mechanical engineering and MBA. And
Wow,
yeah,
that's
so-
such a technical base if there ever was.
So yeah, but nothing close to this. And how did I get into this? Cold calling. I just cold tweeted or texted. I don't know who.
Opportunities
Yeah,
are plenty.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes LinkedIn fools you. Essentially, if you have a connection, great. If you have
Yeah.
some point of contact, then superb.
Yep.
But you guys got to do what you got to do, especially if you have the talent for it. Hit us up. Who knows what your career could
True, more than
shape like.
talent. If you're genuinely interested, like to be honest, on Twitter, I DM I don't know 30 or 40 people. Shub was one of those who referred me to Somesh. our
Good on
manager
Shub
who-
then.
Yeah, good on Shub.
Who is
And,
currently kind of not happy at all. But lots of love to Shub.
yeah.
Good man that he
So,
is.
Yep.
So now Arshdeep back into the attack to Nicholas Puran. And this is where he would have seen a
Oh,
lot
is
of
that a
him.
wicket? Is that a wicket?
Oh, he's giving him. What a ball that
That's
is.
a ball, boy. That's a ball.
That
Cut
is
him
a.
in half.
Oh my word.
What a start. What a start.
They're not going to review that, surely. They have.
They have.
Nicholas
Impact was
Puran
the
has
only
gone
thing
upstairs.
I don't know. It moved a bit. Let's just see.
Samish will answer your question.
Yeah.
All of the other questions, keep your comments coming through. We
Please,
don't want to deviate too much from the game because the first innings we were chatting about India's T20 World Cup 11 because the game never really caught fire.
Yeah.
And we apologize for that, but we'll stick solely to the game this time around. Now, Arshdeep,
Where's the
has he
impact
got
and
Puran on toast?
Oh no,
Oh,
that's not
Puran
out.
could
That's
be
not out.
surviving this.
Yeah, that's definitely not out.
The impact is definitely
And
going to
it's
be
missing.
showing green
Yeah.
and it's missing.
For sure.
So Arshdeep might have to curtail it unless DRS in the West Indies shows umpire's call.
No, but it's
You'll
definitely
see one
missing
red
the
for
stumps.
sure. One red which is pitching in line.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, hitting impact could be umpire's call,
Oh,
but it
wow.
seems like missing. Umpire's call
wow.
at best. Impact could be umpire's call at best, but it most likely will be missing the stumps because it's moving away. It's already moving away. Unless again,
Remember,
Hawkeye.
West Indies are 2 for 2. Beg your pardon, 3 for 2. This could make them 3 for 3. And the on-field decision is out. One red, one
Ooh!
yellow, and another
Really
green. So look, a traffic light going your way, and Nicholas Puran surviving by the skin of his teeth. And maybe that's a blessing in disguise that West Indies need. Remember, they didn't review the Kyle Mayers one in the first T20, and that saw his downfall. But now Nicholas Puran is not happy with the on-field umpire's call. It's a local umpire, so he must be chirping away to him in West Indian. Trinidadian, I should say.
Yeah, but
And there was a lot of swing on that, but what a ball that.
that
It
was
would
a
make
jaffa.
any left-arm seamer sit up and take notice. So 3 for 2, 1.2 overs. We're asking you in the second innings, prediction time in terms of what time will the winning runs or the winning wicket be taken in tonight's contest. You guys nearly won in the first innings, but again, no cigar to anyone. Jagmeet Singh Roy, congratulations to you in the first innings, winning your merchandise. And keep your comments coming through. Right, Arshdeep to Nicky P.
Oh!
Another outswinger beats the bat. He's going fishing.
Jeez.
He's going fishing, all right. And I mean, this is why sometimes you can really dangle the carrot early on to Nicholas Puran, right?
True, and the way he's moving the ball, this is what Arshdeep is known for.
And just
Great
when
achievement.
India's innings ended, I don't know if you guys observed it, but the cloud cover suddenly started creeping in around the 18th, 19th over. And that's kind of just helping them, as you can see over there. Not all cloud cover, but at least it's looking much more gloomy right now. And Puran gets off the mark. So 4 for 2, great start from India. If you're defending 152, you normally need good starts. And let's see how that moves along. Some decision making in these T20 series, right or wrong, we have to see in terms of ODI World Cup 2, how they're bowling more in spite of two spinners having their overs left, could be getting look, you can single out certain games, single out certain series, and be like, yeah, he should be operating fully to this capacity or managing his workload. But it's easy to say in hindsight, for sure. So we're also going to get across to Gurkirat right now because he's been patiently waiting in the wings, and I'm sure his army of fans will also join us on this watch along. If you guys are watching for the first time, please subscribe. Like I always say, I feel like a broken tape recorder right now. Keep going on and on and on. But
Yeah,
having
please
said
do.
that, where is our friend Gurkirat? And he will have lots to say. There he is in that cool blue turban of his, sporting a complete opposite attire to,
And
of course,
is
Akshay.
wait, is he on mute again? I don't know if he spoke.
No, no, I'm not on mute. I was just
My
waiting for.
Oh,
bad. I saw your lips move. That's it. My
I
bad.
was
let's
I was
go.
waiting for Avnish to complete his sentence. I was, listening when you guys were talking about your professions, and I genuinely think that Avnish missed out on adding something to his profession or his qualification. Do you want me to say it?
Bol de. I don't know. I'm just second guessing. I'll just take
You
him
should
with
have
just
added
go.
you are also a professional bakchod. A proper professional bakchod. Like I can, like those who don't know him, you would be complied to ask someday कि भाई, like have you always been like this या कोई special course किया है बकचोदी का?
I mean, it's a fascinating thought, right? People who meet me every time kind of get me like, oh my God, really? But yeah, he's right. I don't disagree with Gurkirat there because like I've faffed a lot of my life, but I've got where I've needed to be.
Wow,
And Nicky
counter-attacking
B,
of the highest
oh
order.
my word, he was unhappy with the umpire's call. And well, he's taking out that anger on Hardik Pandya, who I mean, got the 2 wickets to be fair. Gurkira, what have you made at the start? I'll come back and ask you about Tilak Verma and India's batting. But so far, the start, 2 wickets, and Hardik is the opening bowler. Does that sit well with you?
Yeah, by now I've gotten used to it because like how Akshay was saying, last IPL, even when Shami was there, he was bowling in the power play. Like there were times when he was bowling 3 overs in the power play and Shami was only bowling two. And initially in the first half of the 2022 IPL, he was also bowling at the death. So with Hardik, this is not surprising at all. Uh, I feel that he's trying to swing the ball over here. The first couple of wickets that he got, he did get them to swing a little, as we can just see on the screen. There was just a hint of swing, and I think that probably just made that difference. Maybe if the swing wasn't there, both the batters would have probably got better connections and cleared the fielder. But just that late swing meant that the outside half of the bat was taken, and they found the fielders. In fact, even Ashdeep was swinging it quite well. I am interested to see what lengths and what speeds do Indian pacers bowl at, because when the West Indies bowlers were bowling, we clearly saw that there was some grip on offer, and whenever they were either banging it in or bowling those cutters, as we saw with the spinners, it was difficult to hit. So I just hope that, unlike what happened in the last game where Chahal and Akshar did not complete their quota of overs, today that's not the case.
Today, that's not the case. I was just going to ask you what you liked and disliked in that first innings. Tilak's maiden 50 for India, that crazy suicidal run out of Sky, even that brain freight from Sanju Samson. What did you like and what didn't you like?
Yeah,
You don't
so
have to leave a comment, Paji.
And we'll take the comment
No.
after your thoughts.
well, everyone knows how much I love runouts. Nikhil tweeted something, and I just replied to his tweet. Thank you, sir. He tweeted something about uh, he used that GIF from Sarfarosh where Nasiruddin Shah says "Gunai," hai ye." And yeah, for me, runouts don't make sense, and especially when it is the best batter in the team, and how the pitch is. I mean, there was no need for it. With Sanju, again, he was probably out just trying to up the scoring rate. I feel maybe if he, would have looked to probably go over covers after coming down the pitch, he might have had a better chance. Swinging across the line from that length, and I believe the way Akil Hussain bowled that shorter length, he was probably anticipating Sanju to come down. So yeah, those two dismissals. Uh, Tilak was lucky, but I think on these kind of pitches you need that. And at this point of time, he's only 2 games into his international career. You don't really want to be too critical or too deeply analytical of him. You just have to take whatever comes from a young talent like him. And so far in these 2 games, he's displayed whatever he showed for Mumbai over the course of 2 seasons. That when the need was for him to probably stay on the pitch and anchor, he did that, and when the need was to go for his shots, he went for it. So can't really complain much. And I still think that India have somehow managed to reach the par score. All will come down to how they bowl, because this was not an easy pitch by any stretch of imagination.
For sure. And well summed up there, by the way, because what's happened since he started speaking, Hardik Pandya's conceded lots of runs in this over, 21 for 2 right now. Do you think West Indies, knowing that Mayers and Puran are the counter-attacking guys, they're going to just go one way or
I mean,
the other?
like all of them are that sort of players, they like to take the game away from the opponent. They like to take the attack to the bowlers. We've seen this time and again. It's not like this is the first time we're seeing, the likes of Puran or Mears attack from the get-go. They are those kind of players, which is why Nick's rightly said,
Oh, short.
Like-
There could be a run out here if Sanju hits.
No. Like, given the kind of target, if West Indies somehow managed to pull off a 60-run power play, even at the loss of 3 wickets, they'd be more than happy to take it. Because that means they would need just 90 runs of the next 14 overs, which
It's doable. They have Hussain, Holder. They have
batting depth.
They have
Unlike the
unlike us,
visitors, they
yeah.
don't. They don't.
Chachan saying how they properly smashed. I think all the other comments, keep your comments coming through
Yeah,
and
please.
ask us anything. Gurkirat's also there right now. So Rohan's going on to ask Gurkirat the same question he asked us. But there's another boundary for Mayor, so he's going to go with it.
Yep.
Gurkirat, just take this one. What did you do?
So was Santosh
So-
asking, but yeah.
Yeah, like in terms of qualification, you could say that I've done the same qualification like most of the guys in any profession, at least in India. I've also done my engineering, and I am a mechatronics engineer from University of Delhi. And I was into my first job 2 months into, like I was in the training period itself.
Sorry, but that is just
God.
madness.
Yeah, boy. Loving it. I genuinely want to get my Caribbean accent in, but yeah, that I feel borders racism. So let me just.
They're just unpredictable. Sorry, go on. Yeah, go on. Gurkirat.
Yeah, so I was into my training period of my first job, and I realized that SQL and all these type of coding, it's not for me, and I'll not be able to do it. So I then joined a sports startup in NCR where I was just organizing football leagues. Then I moved to digital media, and I worked in Mumbai, and then I came back to Delhi. By the time I came back to Delhi, I was working in my family's business, and then there was COVID, and I got into cricket because
Oh, is that a wicket?
Oh,
Is
no.
that a wicket? That's out. That
It's
seemed
given
very,
him.
that seemed very close.
Oh my God, this is umpire's call for sure.
it should
and
be.
I hate the fact
I
that
felt
Gurkirat comes to
like
that.
if I was the umpire, I wouldn't have given it because I felt it was a little too high for my liking. But I won't be
Same.
surprised if it's returned umpire's call on stumps.
But yeah, just to finish up that chat, Gurkirat, who called you from cricket.com? Anyone?
Yeah, I know. I had to mention this before I could end this. So yeah, I had done a few videos for Delhi Capitals. I had done a few videos for other content websites. I was active on Instagram, and then Avnish, out of nowhere. I wouldn't say out of nowhere. I had been a guest on one of cricket.com videos. We had done a video on AB de Villiers, and then Avnish asked me if I'd like to join cricket.com, and I was like, "Shubh kaam mein deri kaisi?" So, after you got me in, Shubh, who's known me, like Shubh's really known me for like 5 years or four years, because he was one of the, like, I used to follow him a long time back on Twitter, and he used to follow me when I had less than 500 followers.
Oh my God.
That's unfortunate. Mayors is livid.
But yeah, it's a fascinating tale, Gurkirat, and I hope you guys enjoy that story.
And in July, I completed 1 year at CDC. Like, time has flew very quickly. I
the
wouldn't have.
rest is history, they say.
Yeah, and just to close it out, I'd also DM Paji. He'd also forwarded Somesh's number. Both Shubh and Paji at the same time had forwarded. So for what it's worth, circle of life.
Circle of life, man. That's how it works. Right, give us some love by liking this video, by the way, guys. Super Sunday can be really, really interesting to see how this game unfolds from here, because 3 down, and I felt really, if I was Kyle Mayers, I'd just be like, that's so tough.
That's what I said. Like, I wouldn't have given it out on the field, and I said that's what I said. It might just return umpire's call on stumps, and this is umpire's call by the barest of margins. But
And factor in how he didn't review the last time, right? Where he could have, should have, and
yeah,
that's insulting me now,
yeah.
which is nuts.
Unfortunately.
Let's take a couple of questions which are pouring in, of course. We always do. And keep
Jagmeet
them
was
coming.
saying कि आपका सपना रह गया, and I just wanted to see that when I saw that post of RCB announcing that Andy Flower has become the coach, I started singing "Chand se jo toote koi sapna."
Oh,
Like
wow.
in my mind, Shah Rukh Khan was walking, like how that song starts. Like I am Shah Rukh Khan, I am walking away from that dream of Andy Flower.
No, but
So-
worry not, Paji. Like Avnish mentioned in the WhatsApp group, Sanjay Bankar is up for grabs. All yours.
Keep him.
Yeah, market's open.
Let's not say it.
Would you take Vykesin? Would you take Vykesin?
Yeah, I won't mind. I won't mind.
I would also just suggest even now I still feel Andy Flower and Mike Hesson would have been a nice combination to see.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it would have been a too many cooks spoiled the broth situation, but I would still like to have seen both of them together. It would have been very nice. But yeah, either ways, going to Samish's comment, which has been there for a while now.
It's been there for a while, and we've not been able to get to the comments because the game's been quite action-packed in the first 4 overs. And we apologize, but keep your comments coming through. We'll just take this question. Oh my God, Rahman Powell! No, he's gonna get 2. Should come back. Oh, he'll stick with the
I
single.
feel Paji's gotten so used to seeing him in Delhi. He's like,
Yeah.
Paul, let's go.
Powell at Chodo, it's fine. 33 for 3, 4 overs gone. So Samish is asking us, Gurkirat, what is his test type fielding in T20s as teams don't use short extra cover that much, as same as short leg? Or are we seeing test cricket positions in T20 cricket sooner in one of those one types in scenarios?
I just think that teams feel that they may not, the chances of them inducing an edge is far lesser. So they want to have that fielder over there, and it sort of plays on the mind of the batter as well, that if they have to drive, they probably have to go for a full-blooded drive. A check shot won't do it. So I think it just comes from that perspective. And I just want to say that I would have really liked someone like Ravi Bishnoi to come in and bowl to Rahman Powell, because I think he's gotten him out 5 times. I was reading the preview and I was just checking out the fantasy tool, and he's gotten him out 5 times in some 30 odd balls.
I
And
would have also gotten him out several times, if I'm not wrong.
But they've thrown the ball to Mukesh now. Let's see how Mukesh goes about it. And straight away drifts on his pads. And just
and Bishnoi has actually done well versus Puran also. Like last year when early on West Indies were touring India and they played all those 3 T20Is in Kolkata, Bishnoi did not get Puran out, but Puran had the most amount of struggle to score against Bishnoi because of his trajectory. He might be a wrist spinner and people do assume that he will turn the ball in, but his stock ball is the googly. So yeah, I mean, I'd really like Bishnoi to come in.
Cricket not going on to say only engineers can analyze the game of cricket well, not meant for doctors. If you guys know, you know. By the way, there's no spin so far. So what is the perfect entry point for someone like Bishnoi? Because Mukesh is bowling now.
I mean, I agree with Gurkirat on that.
Would you be kind of gambling if you bowl Bishnoi in the next over, given it's the last over of the power play and the batters are anyway going to try to go hard?
Yeah, but then that also means there's a greater chance of getting a wicket. Now, I would be happy to take that risk. They're already 3 down. Another wicket or 2 in the final over of the power play, even if they get, say, 15 runs, that's like 50 for 4 or 50 for 5. I'm more than happy to get that.
What about a Chahal over?
No, I would go to Bishnoi over Chahal, I feel. Because Chahal has the tendency to just get smashed.
So that was just like a one-off experiment last time where he just bowled in the power play?
I don't even know if that was an experiment. That was just Hardik Pandya going on the way. Chahal, to pass mein chal.
It was just vibe.
It was?
Our first floor.
I'm sorry,
I think
Gurkirat.
he was just going completely on his own vibes and instinct.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Like, pass mein khada hoga. हाँ भाई तो pass mein chal bowling डाल दे भाई. Anyways, Sanjay Papayagiri says, trust RCB to mess up irrespective of who the coach is. At least the way things are right now with their domestic talent. I mean, यार ठीक है मतलब कितना let's save all of this RCB chatter for tomorrow. So Sanjay, please make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Monday Night Live, because हम लोग भी भावना में बह के मतलब we'll talk a bit too much about RCB,
Yeah,
and it's
trust us.
completely
And for
unnecessary.
you to tune in, you have to press the bell icon right
Exactly.
now, so
And
you
make
know
sure you
when
also-
it happens.
Yeah.
Because we're going in with an 8 p.m. is what we're thinking right now by the.
Is what you
votes.
guys are thinking, not us. So
Correct.
Sanjay, if 8 o'clock is something that doesn't suit your schedule, please make sure you vote in the poll that we've put up right now. Let us know what time works for you, and we'll be there. We'll be present whenever you guys want
Oh,
us.
that's a full
And
toss from
that's
Mukesh.
another four.
He's overcompensated this one because he was a touch too short, and then Pooran got the boundary initially, but now he's got back-to-back boundaries, and that's why this ban is so critical for the West Indies, because he can just take the game away from you. I mean, RCB fans would know best, given the fact that he took that game away from Azad Chinnaswamy, which was ridiculous, by the way. And he's in some top form, Nicholas Pooran. He's really, really in some top form. So let's see how this Nicky P.
I really hope that the next over is being bowled by Bishnoi. I was just looking at a few other numbers. Even against Puran, if we see, yeah, Puran has only scored 42 runs in 39 balls against him. But the only issue is now that they've gotten runs of this over, they may not, attack him or try to attack him. They've already got 10 runs of this over. So
But does it ever play in anyone's mind the fact that Bishnoi has bowled multiple times to Pooran in the nets in Punjab and Lucknow,
Ah,
and he knows him?
I mean, it works both ways, right? So Puran will also be able to pick Bishnoi better
True.
than others. And
But
stuff.
going by how Bishnoi was used in this whole LSG IPL season as well, I think he would probably bowl the overs 8, 11, 13, 16.
Let's not go by that. Again, LSG.
No, because like on this surface as well, I'm comparing it to like the Ekana surface invariably that we saw. Not like for like ditto, but similar, where if the required range is stuff.
It is Bishnoi.
okay, Bishnoi is here.
I can't believe Bishnoi.
And it's sort of strange, when they get something right, or when they do
Chahal's
something
there.
that yeah.
Powell
Why
said,
Chahal?
Pranaman said, Powell said at the toss he expects the pitch to get better, and going by some shots the West Indies batter playing, it seems like that. Only bit of swing has troubled them so far. Let's see how they cope with spin then.
Yep. And it's
Because-
only going to become sunnier now.
Yeah.
So which would mean that the ball would, there wouldn't be anything in terms of conditions or wind or anything like. Oh,
That's a beautiful shot.
Well
That
done.
is absolute precision, eye the needle stuff from Nicholas Pooran, and he's looking sumptuous so far. 17 balls for his 28. And look, they just need 105. The run rate's not the worry, it's the wickets column, even though they bat deep. What you guys talk about the injury management of fast bowlers in Indian cricket? All the IPL performers are injured more or less during the rest of the year, saying Sanjay Papyagiri. Essentially, no, you start, Kirkirat.
We can talk about it. And
Oh, my word!
Abhi out hai kya?
No,
Nahi,
it's
nahi.
6.
Just about 6. Had there been
I just put out a tweet that Bishnoi should have come in, and now I'll get trolled. But anyway,
Good. This is why we love it. This is why don't go by numbers, bro. This is why in that Jadeja conversation, don't go by numbers. Left arm spin.
Left arm spin ka bola bhai.
He
No, but-
struggled.
If you want
no,
to
but
win
I hadn't gone by numbers, and I had spoken the fact that if also I think what India have not done well so far with the ball is that they've been too full. It has allowed the Windies batters to get under it. Even if you see at this delivery, it's too full. And if you compare it with the lengths that West Indies bowlers were bowling, they were banging it into the pitch. Even in the last game, we saw this, and we saw similar mistakes being made in that second ODI, where we had seen that how when West Indies bowlers were bowling it into the pitch, they were either getting the ball to bounce too high or to keep it a little low. And what India started to do when they got the new ball was that they were pitching it full, both Hardik and Mukesh. So throughout, we have seen that the bowling plans haven't been very smart, to say the least. I mean,
much
again,
better. Oh wow, man, that's a shot.
Brilliant, Nicholas
Like,
Pooran. He's taking the game away
this
from
is
India
actually a
at the
good
same
shot.
time.
This is
was a
actually a
good shot
lovely shot.
because, he actually
The length was pulled back.
landed
The length
shot.
was pulled back, but he still got under it.
Yeah,
So,
that was well played.
what I was saying. I,
Sorry.
Yeah, so I was taking this comment. So we will discuss it, but I just want to say that on this whole thing about players being injured and everything, we actually did a full episode when we were doing the how to fix Indian cricket series. We talked about the communication and how there is a lot of miscommunication
Oh,
over
that's
it.
another
Oh my
four.
god,
Come on.
improvisation at its
4,
very
4,
best.
6, 4, 4.
Bro, but this is honestly improvisation at its best because the first shot was threaded through the offside brilliantly. Second one, he overcompensated, deserved to go for 6. Third one, he pulled it back, fair enough.
This is actually a very good ball, a Yorker. This is very well played.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, but it was slightly predictable.
But it was a Yorker, well executed.
But that's what I'm saying, right? This is the gamble when you're taking Ravi Bishnoi in the power play.
Yeah, but this was going to be the case with Chahal as well.
No, but Chahal would have at least been much more like,
Oh, come on.
slower. I'm saying he would have been much more slower.
And Puran would have liked that.
But
He would have taken him on either which ways.
Oh,
pitching outside.
pitching outside.
61 for 3 in 6
No, see,
overs. That's
I
kamikaze.
don't mind the I don't mind.
Shona, if you could come and just answer this particular phone call of my Dunzo guy, I don't know where he is.
And also,
Yeah, you must answer that. You must answer that, or else that guy will go and probably not keep your food outside or keep it
You
somewhere,
can-
Oh
somewhere
my
else.
word.
It happened. It happened when I was there during the IPL, if you remember.
Once, if he calls, I'll just tell you. to
All
come
right.
through, yeah.
And in the meantime, Samish, had your bowling Yorkers been that easy, everyone would have bowled a Yorker every ball. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but attempting Yorkers is a double-edged sword. If you don't get it right, if you go too full, it'll be a full toss, and batters would love that, especially someone like Kapoor.
Oh, he's calling again.
And
Boss Elidra.
If you miss by a few by bowling a few inches shorter, it'll be a half volley, it'll be
First
over
floor,
pitch,
huh?
and of
Full
course
cricket center.
you'll be gone again. So
Also, it's easier to bowl Yorkers when the field is spread. You can't really do it in the power
Maybe
play when you have only 2 fielders outside. So
One.
it's difficult that way.
yeah, because again you'll have a greater margin for error then.
Oh, nearly bowled around his legs.
Oh, wait.
And Kishan,
Has
we've
Kishan
seen
done an
Kishan.
MSD?
Yeah, we've seen Kishan do this before.
But he's never been successful.
Yeah, he's
has
never
he?
been successful at it. By the way, like this video if you think India are going to win, and like it if you think West Indies are also going to win. Just show us some love, nonetheless. By the way, there's a Deep Point episode this week as well on Thursday, and that serves nicely as a prelude to the USA leg of this T20 series. So Gurkirat will be doing that on Thursday. What time will that be? 7 p.m. I think, 8 p.m. with Gurkirat.
I may
Yeah.
not be there. I might be in Delhi only.
What is Pranav saying now?
Yeah.
Abhish today is really hungover, lol. Some of his takes, I'm telling you, is close to saying nobody can hit Jadeja if he's not supposed to bowl.
Wait,
No,
wait,
one
before
second.
that,
Yeah.
let's set some context for Gurkirat as well. So we were having this chat in the first innings where all I said was we seem to be obsessing over Jadeja when it comes to our T20 setup. Akshar Patel, the T20 batter, according to me personally, I would rate him above Jadeja, the T20 batter right now, especially when it comes to such slow conditions.
I agree with you.
You did,
But I wouldn't. I agree with you, but I wouldn't.
Delhi wala bhi
But
aur-
I wouldn't take him to the World Cup.
So
Guys,
he was like-
guys. Let's just
I
see.
just think by gut
Okay,
feeling
wait,
he's a
wait,
clutch
wait.
player.
let's not
Evident.
wait.
One
let's-
second,
let's
one
just-
second,
yeah,
hold
let's
on.
wait. Oh, he's really waited. Come on, man. The ball is dead right now.
That's
right?
not fair, dude.
When is the ball dead? Arey yaar, no, this is.
This is unbelievable. Akshay, looks like your comment has come true. It's 16 overs to the loss of 3 wickets.
But I said
Even then, he's not.
Then,
he
bro.
never had his foot in the
Ishan
air.
Kishan's an absolute.
No, he
joker.
did. He had it, but for a very
Okay, I
fleeting
missed
moment.
it.
Hi
Also-
guys, there's players who are
also-
proper mood players, like they're in the mood. It's really difficult to stop them. Putin's an example. Who else?
Nayers is another example. He got out unfortunately.
Decock's a good example.
Okay, I just want something to say here on this stumping attempt, right? If Kishan had nailed it, many people would have hailed this as a masterstroke, and would have praised it how this is such an intelligent keeper, and he's done it so well. But if someone does the same on the non-striker's end while in their bowling action, then everybody goes up in arms and says, "Oh, where's the spirit of cricket?" But I just want to ask people, how is it different? Right here,
No,
also
that's a
you're
very good
waiting
point.
for.
That's a
No,
very, very good point.
There also
And people
you're waiting for the
That's
batter
the
to
thing,
make
right?
a mistake.
Bunkering's anyway been a taboo. This and stuff right now, they'll just be like,
It was always a part of cricket and stuff like that.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
But it's a good point that he brings up there.
Yep.
It's essentially the same thing.
Sorry, go on. What do you say?
It's essentially the same thing. There is no difference.
Except.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but Gurkirat, my point there as well. In case Powell actually did for a second remove his thing, are you
overthrow? Kya hua?
No, it's on.
So because he threw it straight.
Is it the batter's fault then for making that little error?
That is.
Or when do you deem that the ball is dead?
Yeah, that was going to be.
I felt in this case, enough time had passed for the ball to be dead. Like this is like just waiting, because at some point of time the batter is going to adjust to get back into the balance to get ready for the next ball, right? If it had happened where it was probably in the next second where the ball has passed and the batter has lost balance, here Robin Powell did not lose his balance. He was well in control, and then when he actually lifted his foot, he was trying to get ready for the next ball. That is my assessment of it. So even if, say, Kishan had dislodged the bails when the foot was in the air, he did it later anyway, I would have said that the ball was dead, or enough time had passed already to say the ball was dead. That is my assessment of it.
Greg going on to say Paji's spirit of the game is using 2018-19 Duke Sport in 2023, which swings crazy. Other people saying spirit of cricket
I've read a few tweets on this.
Yeah, for sure. For people, wickets has to be claimed really out of the ball, leaves the bowler's hand before it's held by any fielder. I mean, we saw it in the Ashes as well, with that whole best or carry thing as well. Like,
but that was also immediate. Like, again, like, I don't know, it's a very grey area.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, I agree with Gurkirat, you can't simply keep waiting.
Correct. And that's just being petty.
I think the umpires right now telling him that only.
Correct.
Because he was making that gesture. I mean, if you look at
No, say.
No, I mean, the best example of this is the stumping that MS had done in that 2016 World T20 game. It happened much more quickly. Like the ball had passed. I can't remember who the batter was. I'm trying to recall. Was it Mehdi Hasan? Sorry.
Oh no, Mehdi Hasan. Mahmoodullah was there till the last over. Mehdi Hasan.
It was Hasan.
Yeah, I think it was Mehdi Hasan. And it happened while Mehdi Hasan was trying to regain control for that ball.
Shabir Rahman.
Could be. Either way, whoever the batter was, point being. Yeah.
So that still makes sense. Here, it was too much time had passed, I think.
Yeah. Agreed. I completely agree there as well.
1 second. By the way, all you guys, just a reminder, we're doing the second innings prediction in terms of time, which is, I know, a silly one, but tell us the time. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. That reminds me of the ball that Adil Rashid bowled to Kohli and got him out. But 68 for 3, 7 overs gone. So the run rate is healthy, and they need, another 84 from here with 7 wickets in hand?
What's the score? 16?
I really hope that Bishnoi gets the ball again and comes back strongly, because if India go on to lose today and Bishnoi doesn't bowl, I can totally picture India dropping Bishnoi if Kuldeep is fit, and then he could go out of the scene and India could still stick with Bishnoi and Kuldeep and Chahal. Now today we saw, and we have seen it a little bit in the IPL as well, that Bishnoi's batting capabilities is better than those of Kuldeep and Chahal. I mean, no disrespect to both Kuldeep and Chahal, but I don't think both of them have the power to clear the 30-yard circle. Forget hitting a 6, because
that makes sense as well. Like with regards to how they just are. But my question is,
Kuldeep's a very good batter if you are looking for someone who can bat number 9 or even number 10 in a test match, because he has a solid defense. Kuldeep batted very well in that Bangladesh test match, the first test. I think he scored a 40 odd.
He's good. I mean, sure, he'll probably preserve his wicket at best, but he's not like someone like a Bhuvi.
No.
Bhuvi also wasn't a hitter, but he could bat in ODIs, and he had one good partnership with
MS. That could be a wicket.
With short, I felt that could be missing. But too short.
I mean, if the umpire gave this out, then that would have been another injustice. Sami
you see,
Santosh, with Surya not doing well at the moment, do you drop him for T20s or do you take it? I don't want to answer this.
Yeah, let's
I
not
don't wanna
dignify
answer this.
this comment.
like
Sorry,
this is like asking for Virat Kohli to be dropped from ODIs after a one bad series, and it's not been. This should have been. They have not reviewed.
Reviewed.
Yeah,
We saw this. We're having the same reaction. Santosh Urva saying the match will be over 17.1. Tell us the time. So
Time
calculate.
high, 10:35, 11.
I'm going 11:34.
All right.
11:34 is
Yeah,
what
but
I'm going.
just one point that I want to make over here. As soon as the Indian spinners have pulled their lengths back, they're getting the ball to turn and it's becoming difficult.
When
But yeah,
do you introduce Akshar? Or do you hold on to him?
I think they'll hold on till Puran is there.
Fair.
But
But
yeah,
then
I mean,
still,
I'm shocked that
I-
India did not. I'm shocked that India did not review 7.2.
Yeah. And also with Akshar, to be honest, iske baad there's also Hetmyer to come in. So Akshar, there's a good chance he might not even get a chance to bowl if these two.
No, I think that's what. I don't think there's going to be 12 overs of spin. I could be wrong. I don't see Bishnoi, Chahal, and Akshar all bowling 4 overs in this match. I think Mukesh will bowl 4.
The
Arshdeep
leggies
will
will.
bowl 4.
I feel both the leggies could.
Hardik could bowl 4. Essentially, Paji still with the take that Akshar can bat better than with the tail and Jadeja, saying Sagar Chandra. Good to see you, Sagar Chandra. Like this video before
Yeah.
we move forward.
And also, please make sure you've voted in the poll what time you want us to do the Monday Night Live tomorrow. Sorry, Paji. Yeah.
Do you agree
Yeah,
with
so
him?
I had tweeted this during the IPL, I think. Yeah, I had either tweeted this during the IPL or in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. I don't remember when I tweeted it because the instance was, I think Akshar was batting with the tail and he denied singles, or he was taking singles on the last ball or something, and he was batting actually really well with the tail. And I do maintain that in Test matches, what I've really not liked about Jadeja's batting is that sometimes he's not been. Uh, he's not been proactive while batting with the tail. Like if you recall, one of the reasons why VVS Lakshman was so good batting at number 6 is that he was able to stitch partnerships with the tail, and they used to result in match winning partnerships. You talk of his partnership with RP Singh in Perth 2008, or you talk about his partnership with Zahir Khan in Durban 2010, Ishant Sharma in Mohali 2010. Even if you talk about there are a few other games that I can't recall right now, but Lakshman was very good while batting with the tail. Sorry?
Pragyan Oja also, he had a partnership, right?
Yeah, it was the same game. So
Yeah.
what Lakshman used to do very well, that initially he would.
Oh, 1 second.
यार, Pawan
1
से छक्का
second.
खाया भाई.
Oh my word, he's
This is
timing the
some
stones
shot.
out of that.
This is
Right.
some shot. This is actually what Sanju should have looked to do. Hit with
This
the
is
spin.
what Ricky Ponting sees and hopes that he delivers in a Delhi t-shirt.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want to say anything on that.
To get hit by
But yeah,
Pawan.
this is some shot.
That was a good shot, but I don't know. Sorry.
That's 95
sorry.
meters.
That was-
So. By the way, I don't know if you guys heard it. There were screams in the studio, around the studio, because our producers were Arsenal fans. I'm guessing they've gone 1-0 up in the Community Shield. Oh, it's 1-1. Oh my word, of normal time. And now it's just pens, right?
हाँ भाई कर लो आप.
Oh my
Cricket
word.
Watchalong
And who scored? And even United 1-1.
Oops.
93. That's insane.
7.2. That was hitting.
Oh my word, they should have reviewed. Prana Manan, meanwhile,
Even it wouldn't have been hitting. It should have been, umpire's call.
Pandya is also playing the Avnish game.
Why did they not take the stiff
Yeah,
review?
you
man?
know,
It's so
I guess
stiff.
Pandya also believes in your theory. Go 2-0 down and then win the next 3 games, make it difficult for themselves. And
That'll be some story for sure. By the way, I'm wearing some really cool merch. I think we've given Gurkirat some good merch
so
as well, and so is he. So
I was
Jagmeet
I was
Roy,
actually planning on wearing the T20 is a fickle format thing today, but I realized that I'm wearing this t-shirt. So if I had to take it off and then wear it, my turban would have been spoiled. And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
not spoiling the turban.
No, it's not worthy to spoil the turban. But look,
Yeah.
my point being is that the merchandise is pretty cool. Jagmeet Singh Obra has won it
It
because
is.
he won the first innings prediction contest. The second innings prediction contest is on, as you guys can see. People are just jumping in the comments with that time. 11:32. There was 11:25 said by Neural Wax Hassan. Sahil Gupta saying, why did they not take the review? I think initially they just thought it was height, but right now on evidence, clearly they should have taken it. But right now, look, I mean, how does India come back into this game? Because they're still Hetmeyer. There's still a lot of batting to come from West Indies' perspective. They have Holder, Akhil Hussain, and everyone. Do they go back to pace? Do they get Arshdeep back for 1 over? Throw the ball to Akshar? What would you do if you were Hardik Pandya right now?
Not Akshar. Continue with spin. Bishnoi almost got that wicket last over, so let's just see if he can create more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm all in for Avinish's opinion, not Avinash Kriknath. Jadeja smashed Santa badly in that semi-final knock against New Zealand. His ability to play spin becomes massive in knockout games. My point being, look, you guys can dilly-dally about this. All I'm saying is Jadeja is a clutch player, and those are the kind of players we need.
But you're basing
in
that
a World
on
Cup.
one knock is all.
Not one knock, not one knock. And I'm not just saying because of his batting. I gave an example of his IPL performance with the bat and the ball and the field, and he can do it in all three departments. You look at even that Ross Taylor run out in the 2019 World Cup semi-final, out of nothing. Those are the moments, Akshar, I'm sorry, you can't give
But
me
how
that.
many clutch situations have you seen Akshar in? Zero. When has he been?
That's what I'm saying. He's not even in that situation. That one game against CSK he won for DC, and that one game last year against West Indies that he did. Apart from that, what has he done?
Jadeja in T20s has done a lot.
I'm just saying Jadeja.
This is what I'm coming to. Okay, now I think the sample space to say Jadeja is clutch is very small. Okay.
No, but generally, look at the amount of experience he has. He has more ability to provide clutch moments than Akshar.
But importantly, he can bowl his overs quickly.
I personally think that to be a clutch player, your skill and ability is not something that makes that difference. It's about having that temperament. So I don't think it's got to do with ability. I think it's more to do with temperament. But if we talk about the 2019 semi-final, we must also talk about how Jadeja fared in the 2016 semi-final, how Jadeja fared in the 2017 final versus Pakistan, how he fared. If we go back and see in T20s.
Oh, 1 second, sorry. Nicholas Purin 50 of just 29 balls. That continues. And by the way, in all of this, Hardik Pandya is back into the attack. So India trying to rely on their captain again to give them some success. Paji, just before you come back, and Akshay, just before you intervene, batters before leave the crease looks like leg stump up wicketkeeper every time asking permission, which tells he's not in control as long as he doesn't.
Which says he is in control.
Is in control, beg your pardon. As long as he doesn't do that, I think we have the right to dismiss the batter. But again, it's a very grey area.
So what, every time permission dena padega kya bhai? Matlab ki piche mud ke bhai.
I think that is when a pacer is there, or when they feel that
good keeping.
Wild throw.
Or, when they just have to walk down the track to have a word with their partner. So it's probably then. And I think if you also see Powell's back was facing Kishan, right?
Yeah.
And he was still trying to hold his ground. I just think that there should be a stipulated time after which you should automatically say that the ball is dead. Like, I could then wait for 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Because at some point of time, the batter is going to leave the crease to take guard for the next ball, right? So I just feel, and you really don't know what the keeper's really trying to do behind your back. So after a stipulated time, the ball should be declared. I'm not saying that the keeper shouldn't attempt it. I'm just saying that after a stipulated time, you should say that the ball is deemed to be dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like how, for example, like you catch something. I remember like there was back in the day, if you caught a catch and then you immediately threw it out.
That was not out or something.
Like a Herschel Gibbs in the Steve Waugh case in 1999, right? He held on for a decent amount of time, some would say, but some would be like, yeah,
shot.
Brilliant shot. Ramdan Powell showing how it is. He's winning the battle of the captaincy at least right now.
Now you know what will happen if India lose today. A common sentiment that is going to come across on social media is that that Hardik's not a good captain, and the Gujarat's success is more attributed to Ashish Nehra. It will certainly happen if India
one of the takes, or maybe a couple of takes. I agree with you, but
if India lose the series, definitely
Out.
Oh, he's gone. Oh my
Good catch.
word!
Good
I
catch.
think all of Pandya's wickets today have been lucky. It's just all down to the catching and the field positioning.
Okay, to answer cricket nut, I was talking about Jadeja's bowling in the 2016 semi-final and
17 was
his
bad, by the
bowling.
way. He dismissed, he got Pandya run out.
He got
was the
Pandya run
one
out, but
playing well.
essentially, but
Sorry.
point being, look, Jadeja is anyway accumulated so much of good in the bank that he deserves a go. He deserves a go.
I mean, he
Okay,
can't
I
but
mean, essentially, I'm putting Virat in that same sentiment. Bro, Virat has no right to be in the T20.
that as well.
Virat has no right to be in the T20 team right now, but I know
so
he's a clutch.
what we also need to consider somewhere is that is Jadeja's age and his recent troubles with injuries. If if you really want to, if you really want someone like Jadeja to elongate his test career, then at some point of time you will also you will have to take a call whether you want Jadeja to play all three formats. Because if Jadeja plays all three formats, then he really can't elongate his test career also.
All
If
I'm
you
saying is for that World Cup tournament next year, after that, you want to say, okay, fine, thanks for the memories for T20 and ODI, just play Test cricket for us, 100%. But in that World Cup next year, because these surfaces will assist Jadeja, the bowler, for sure.
I mean,
see, I wouldn't really say that he's a lock.
This year, so let's have him coming.
Let's get Nick's on as well.
let's
But
have
there's
him.
just so many more pros and cons in terms of the Jadeja chat. But right now, 89 for 4, 10 overs nearly done. How India going
Nick, what is written on your t-shirt? I just want to read it fully. I would rather be in the dark and then
having you pay my bill for electricity.
you know you one can have a very similar line for BCCI's line of communication. We'd rather keep the fans in dark rather than provide them with proper injury updates, or
or anything?
we'd rather have sources disclose official updates than actually give a press release.
It's insane. By the way, Pranav Anand asking us some good questions, and lots of people in the chat also going and channelizing their football fans or inner football fans with that whole Arsenal penalty shootout happening right now. So I don't know what's happening over there. But yeah, I don't know if it's done. Shaunak, is the game over?
And but
It's
Pranav
going on
was
right now.
right in his
Oh, wild.
point that another take that will invariably emerge out of the series in case if it results in a loss to India is that's why we need Rohit and Kohli, the likes of them in the team.
And Sagar Chandra saying Jadeja fell off while boating and had nothing to do with fitness, Paj.
No, that's one of the injuries that he had, which was, I think, which happened in when India had when India had an off day in Dubai or something. But before that as well, he had a thumb injury where the ball had hit him. Then I think he had one hamstring injury somewhere in between. I'm not saying that his fitness is poor. He's still one of the fastest players that you have on the field. I'm just saying that overall, with age, you will have to take that call and do it accordingly.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. I'm just trying to think about it further with this match right now because it's kind of, I don't know, it's like Harakiri right now. 91 for 410 overs. They have lots of time to get the runs.
Yep. And
But-
lots of batters.
Yeah, but with West Indies, you can never really be certain, right? So,
True.
who's going to bowl next? Is Akshay going to bowl? Is Chahal going to come back in? Are they going to save Arshdeep only for the death?
Akshar, I don't see Akshar playing any part until at least one of them don't get out, if not both. I would actually honestly go back to both the leggies right now, still give them an over each, and then take it from there. If these two continue to go berserk against them as well, then yeah, maybe go to Pacers. But spin for now, at least.
But all the spinners we have today, Knicks, are turning the ball back into the left-hander, and right now Pooran Hetmeyer is there. So that's why Hardik's going back to himself, I'm guessing.
No, but Bishnoi doesn't turn it into the left-hander.
Yeah, he's predominantly a googly bowler.
Okay, yeah. I mean, technically, with the amount of googlies he bowls. Next, there's a question for you. You want to explain how you got into this profession?
Yeah, been a long time, 12 years, and of course, by education, it is profoundly engineering. IIT had that lot of coding, but quickly understood that it's not my cup of tea, coffee, or any soft drink. So, luckily, got good enough internships in my third year itself. So one thing led to another, and We've gone from doing social media management to commentary for 4 5 years to covering the games from the venues to doing pressers, reports, articles, live blogs, live tweets, scripting, video scripting, scripting in terms of not the scripting that you think, but show, show scripting.
Had to specify
And
that.
yeah, so of course you have to make it clear. So yeah, we've tried to do as much as we can in this field to stay relevant, and here we are. We keep trying.
Which is great. I think all of us have had some remarkable journeys to find ourselves where we are right now, and three of y'all, especially with the degrees that you guys have. I mean, there are other jobs which obviously are more well paying, but I'm guessing it's a passion which kind of makes you come to
Yeah.
work every day and talk about
You
the
know,
game.
we might be three engineers there, and you might be the odd one out, but
Yes,
then you have one degree which no one else has.
which is the Bakchodi one.
Professional
Bakchodi.
Bakchodi. Masters in Bakchodi.
Masters in Bakchodi. Oh, I think the football game is done. Lots of Arsenal fans, have they won?
Yep, they have.
They have won. The thumbs up from the producer, elation from the studio as well. Right, so 61 for 57. Just come back to this game. He's gone to Bishnoi, I'm guessing, because he's the off spinner that we have.
But
Going by the
Sanjay says
movies.
Tilak as a wild card.
I mean, that would just be completely out of the blue if Tilak bowls today. I would love it, but then again, you'd have people on Twitter saying, how could he bowl? And then you have people be like, oh,
अरे
applauding the
लेकिन Twitter पे
bravery.
थोड़ी चलता है भाई, मतलब
It's
दुनिया
just a
उसमें क्या
cesspit.
चलता है?
It's a
Okay.
cesspit. They've got to
Okay,
slip
no.
in.
Out.
Oh my God, I
Has he
just said
caught
they've
that?
got to slip in. And he's gone.
Should have just said it before, yeah.
It's the wicket.
I mean, Hetmeyer, what are you doing, man? Why are you even thinking that the other one's going to turn into you? He's just going to be bowling all googlies, and it's carried, I'm guessing.
Oh, they've reviewed it, or has he been
No,
given
I think
out?
they're checking for the catch.
Yeah.
Because it did seem, I just want to confirm that the catch was taken cleanly or not.
Because it's definitely off the bat that.
Yeah. Definitely off the bat, because Hedman himself was walking.
He's gone upstairs. And both these umpires haven't had the best of series so far, with a couple of shocking calls today
Confirm
and in the
that.
first one. I would keep your comments coming through. Please like this video. We're hoping to get 50 likes, because 50 likes is a magical number that the algorithm loves to propel videos on YouTube. So please do it if you can. More than 50 is always welcome. But let's see if Hetmeyer is gone. Clearly off the bat.
Taken the edge.
And into Shubman Gill's. Oh!
I think it bounced.
It's
I think it
bounced. And
I think it
now,
bounced.
how ironic, it's Gill, who, of course, remember, tweeted about it
I think it's bounced.
and spoke about it when he was given out in the WTC final of that.
Maybe another tweet is coming.
Another tweet is coming. It's bounced, surely.
It's bounced. It's bounced.
Yeah, like
And I think Hetmeyer will survive. Let
There
us
is
know in the
no need
comments. It's
Yeah,
up
There's
or
no
not.
need to have a zoomer and question mark now.
One thing, guys, we're all agreeing, right? It's not out.
It's not out. But from this angle, it seems that Gill is probably standing a little too far for what you would have a slip fielder for a spinner, because I've never seen this much of a gap between a keeper and a slip fielder for a spinner. I understand
that
that
is-
Bishnoi is someone
That's
who
because of
bowls
Bishnoi's.
quicker.
Yeah.
Bishnoi's
No, but it's
pace,
also the line, right? It's also the line.
Yeah.
Well, Bishnoi usually bowls very wide.
Yeah.
So,
well,
Yep.
chance was coming back was trolling.
Princess can't even take catches.
Oh!
Someone who literally can
Barring
take
the
his-
first over, Bishnoi's bowled well. He got a wicket denied of Powell where they didn't go for a review, and then this. Yeah, I just hope that he gets one wicket to his name, or
But
else.
did Gill claim the catch, or was he not sure himself?
I mean, they
Because if
were
he wasn't sure
celebrating.
himself, then fair play.
No, they were all celebrating though. It didn't seem like he wasn't sure. Or
Yeah,
else they
because
would have
otherwise
cut
he
to
would
him.
normally go up.
Yeah, and they would have cut to him as well, being undecisive or something. Or
Oh, shot, Nicholas Puran. That's out of here. Oh, my word. That is literally Liam Livingston-esque of Haris Rauf. That day when he hit it, wherever that he hit it, in Headingley, I think it was. That is out of here. I want to see the meters and that. 99
a good-
was gone.
a good
Why
question
did I
right
get
now.
the impression that they're chasing 180, Nicks? I mean, for a 150 chase, they're going rapid, yeah.
Yeah, because they want to close it out before they get the other
Exactly.
side in. And I was just going to ask this. Do you think at this point in time, there is any other aesthetically pleasing left-handed batter in the shorter format of the game, batting in the middle overs? Can you
I
think
think
of any?
against pace, Kyle Myers might be more aesthetic.
But very,
No.
but very less sample space. Matlab, there is potential there, but I think sample space is
Quinton
very
de
less.
Kock?
Oh, De Kock also not
Nah.
bad.
But
Nah,
again,
like
I
De
ask
Kock-
middle order. I ask middle order.
Oh, middle order.
Tilak?
Again,
No,
very
no.
less sample space.
sample space is too less.
Very less.
Uh,
Hetmaya? How's he?
If he came off more often, then yes. But I don't think he's as aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
I think
aesthetically.
it's just in terms of how they like in the body positions they get into, not about
Yeah,
anything else.
Puran's bat swing is something which
Yeah.
is extraordinary. I mean, I remember this was a couple of years ago. This was a BBL game, and Mujibur Rahman was bowling. I think he pitched the ball on the fourth stump and it was still turning away from Puran. And Puran just extended his arms and probably met the ball at the fifth stump or something and it went for a six. That tells you about how good of a timer of the ball he is and how he also has that core strength where he doesn't fall over while going for that shot. If Rishabh Pant would have attempted that shot, he would have probably fallen over. So, in terms when it comes to hitting spin, definitely you would have to say that Puran's amongst
I
the
think, yeah,
most.
Puran is definitely up there in the top 5 in terms
David
of
Miller.
clean
Yeah,
strikers.
David Miller is a
David Miller.
good shot.
David
Miller
Miller,
is
yeah,
a
David Miller is a good
Very
shot
good
as well.
shout.
Rinku Singh, interesting.
Rinku as
Yeah,
well.
fair call. Yeah, less sample space again. The issue is that.
But
But
yeah, I
again, David
think,
Miller, I think is a close, very
yeah,
good call.
David Miller is a close call for sure. Nicky Pete batting looks aesthetic because his butt poking out.
I think on that note, if you're only comparing this note, then Hetmire will have to be more
I was about to say, how do you
more
say?
pleasing to the eye.
But Santosh Bhai, like, what an observation. Like, सच्ची में.
Actually,
No, but
I had Riley Russo as well. I think he looks or gets into terrific
What
positions
about
at times.
Raina?
Right, but not currently. In the past, you will get a few more for sure.
yeah, in the past you'll see UV.
I,
Peak.
I
Yeah.
have a question to Nikhil. Nikhil,
Oh,
What
once
a gap.
again, is this a wicket or a boundary? It's a boundary. And the West
Nikhil,
Indies are doing it here. It's less than run a ball right now. If they play
Yep.
some smart cricket, they can make it 2-0. And there'll be a lot of questions. Like Gurkirat said, if India lose today, they will, of course, target Hardik Pandya as the captain. They'll target Rahul the coach again. There'll be a lot to come up. But yeah, just going back to that chat. Gurkirat.
Nikhil, I have a question for you. What do you make of the lengths that India have bowled today? I felt that they've been a little too full for the pitch.
See, I think it is again just staying to what they think works best, and they haven't changed from that.
Yeah.
And I also feel again it could be wrong. We'll want to hear what both captains say. I feel the wicket has gotten better to bat, or
I
maybe
agree.
it's just Nicholas Puran who's been able to hit through the line so well, because you don't see anybody else looking as fluent in the Indian batting innings. So
Yeah.
unless you got it very full, so but again, I think most of India's problems in the recent times have been not able to gauge the conditions to bowl the right lengths, and it's
Because
plagued them everywhere.
because what I felt that in the first 3 overs they were trying to look for a bit of swing and they got that, so they went full. But I felt how Mukesh started out and he bowled fuller. Then when Bishnoi bowled his first two deliveries, he was also slightly full. When he actually pulled his length back, Puran was up to the task and still was able to hit him through the line when he cleared the mid-off fielder. But I felt Puran also got a lot of full deliveries, which made his task easier. Not that he hasn't batted well, he's batted well, but I've just felt that even if you see the wicket that Hardik got was again of a shorter delivery, and when Chahal pulled his length back, he got the ball to turn. Bishnoi got the ball to turn when he pulled the length back, and you again see the shot that Puran hit for a six in that last over. It was again a full delivery. I just felt that India bowled a little too full for the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, some of the wickets as well initially because Hardik wanted to extract some swing. He had to kind of push it up. But right now, I want to see how he just either damage control or wickets because I didn't know.
I
I
think
think Nanda
Mukesh has
said
also bowled one over, right?
But two left-hander. I mean, negative matchup is how they look at it conventionally. So yeah.
And then it makes you think if Hardik's over bowling himself, he's bowled his 4.
That is his job.
Mukesh still has 3. Arshdeep still has 2 left.
हार्दिक आई फील
But-
उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव है पहले बैटिंग फिर बॉलिंग फिर बाकी सब की मैच जीतना
But then
है,
Nick's
क्या करना है.
Chahal again won't bowl out his 4, right? Or do you think Chahal will bowl 4?
But here is also I have a question that I want to ask for the process. Okay, Akshar Patel, 13 balls, 43 runs is a matchup for Nicholas, whatever that it may be. When will Akshar Patel then learn to bowl to lefties if you don't give him a chance?
Yeah.
What do we have to lose here?
बोलो अभी.
And it's Akshar Patel, man. It's your man.
अरे my man तो बोल.
If he doesn't bowl now,
This
why
is
play?
this reminds me of an IPL game that happened between Delhi and Gujarat at Kotla, wherein because Sai Sudarshan was batting with Vijay Shankar, David Warner never threw the ball to Akshar Patel, and Mitch Marsh came on and bowled his 4 overs, and that was on a pitch where the ball was gripping. Like I genuinely think that on pitches where there is some grip on offer, you can afford to give an off spinner the ball against a right hander, and you can afford to give a left arm spinner a ball against left handers, because that is where they still have a chance. If it's a flat bed where you can easily hit through the line, I understand, but you're already seeing that nothing is happening, things are getting out of your grasp. You might as well either to throw the last sort of last dice, or just if you want to see how Akshar fares against those left-handers, you have to take that chance. And last game also, I felt after those 2 overs, out of which one came in the power play, he never got the ball.
Oh my word!
Man.
Shimron Hetmeyer is now joining the party and saying to Nicholas Pooran, whatever you can do, I can match it, my friend, because he's got his first 6 of the day. And even Arshdeep now, I think the wheels have well and truly fallen off for India. What else could they do? I think they're looking and staring down at the second successive defeat. Chachand's going on to say you can see 2 teams in the field, one which is giving everything for the win, and other just come for the stroll in the park, figure out which is which. Chachant is just one hell of an Indian fan. That's all I can say.
Who told you he's an Indian fan?
I mean, I'm guessing. On that note, one question for Paji. Which management frustrates you more, DC or India? That's a good one from Raghuvan Shah. Raghuvan, subscribe if you're new and like this video, and Paji will get talking. Paji, I know you want to say DC, but I think it's India.
No, it's DC, because the one thing that I'll give the Indian management is that they've been unlucky with injuries. And yeah, they've not had the, like, if we are only talking about this management, I genuinely think that they started off well. I think till the Asia Cup last year, they were doing more things right than wrong.
Yeah.
What happened with them was a few punts that they took, it did not work out. Like they kept backing Pant in T20Is, and it did not work out. They backed Avesh Khan, it did not work out. And now you could say that, probably backing Pant was not the right call. But I just want to ask those who feel that, do you think there would have been any coach or any management that at that point of time would have said that we are not going to back a talent like Rishabh Pant? I don't think there would have been. And there was merit in backing Avesh Khan, because you were going to Australia, you wanted a hit the deck bowler. It's another thing that he did not bowl well. You can't control that, right? And then Jadeja's injury, Bumrah's injury, that is where things really went off the boil. And yes, they made a few mistakes, like having Shreyas Iyer in the backups rather than having Sanju Samson. I felt in the reserves he could have been better for that World T20. But post that World T20, I think wheels have come off. They've just become far too desperate for that silverware, and in a bid to win that silverware, they've taken far too many short-term calls. Like how the pitches are prepared in test matches at home, or like, and they pretty much admitted it. One of the reasons why
No,
they did not,
100%. I fully agree
and
with
one
him.
of the reasons, like, I felt they regard they might not have played Sarfaraz Khan in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. It's fine, but he should have been a part of the squad that went to Bangladesh, so that you could actually just see what he offers or what he can do. Then you look at the squad that was picked up for that Bangladesh white ball, the ODI series. It did not make any sense. Uh, There was no wrist spinner. There was no Shubman Gill.
And they had
There was
Rajat
no
Patidar and stuff, right?
there were no Surya Kumar Yadav in that squad, and then now they chose to back Shivam Mavi, played him in five T20Is. He's out of the picture now. They've gone to Mukesh Kumar, so they've had too many of these short term projects, and they've been just very short term for you to
Short
even
term and not
assess.
even been giving them enough time to settle in, like Avesh and Bishnoi last time. Now they come back to the wilderness. And this is a question that everyone will ask. I know it's a simple question.
Another example that I have is that of Surya Kumar Yadav in Test matches. Now
Yeah.
you could be you could say that given his skill set, he can become a good Test match batter. That is a fair opinion. You could say that. And if you look at his first class record, you could also say that he's not going to do well because an average of 44 in the Indian first class circuit is not something to be excited about. Both these opinions are fine, right? But if you've chosen a player, then you cannot drop that player on the basis of one test innings,
Yeah.
which is what they have essentially done. There was a chance that they could have played Gill in the middle order in that test match in Nagpur because KL Rahul was playing and they did not play. They played Gill in the third test. So a lot of things that they've still not been. And why this is surprising is because someone like Rahul Dravid has seen Shubman Gill from 2018. He's seen him from far closer quarters than everyone else. So he should be more aware about what are his strengths and weaknesses and how he could be maximized. I still feel that Shubman Gill's best position in Test matches is in the middle order, batting at 4 or 5. But Indian team management hasn't tried that yet. They kept persisting with him as an opener. And then you look at Avimanyu Iswaran not being selected, someone like
No,
Ruturaj
that's what I'm
Gaikwad.
saying. You actually look at it holistically. I agree with you. I mean, all the points that he's making, Akshay and Nix, there's so many black marks in this Rahul Dravid Indian management, right? When you look back at their tenure, whenever they go away, all these kind of questions will again come to the fore. And another question which will come to the fore after this series defeat, I'm not going to label it because obviously there are 3 more games, but if we go 2-0 down, these are the questions which should be asked by laymen in the middle of the road. But like, what happens to Virat? And again, we're in a dilly-dally situation. Every time India lose or bring the big boys back in, every time we win, oh yeah, we should always try the youngsters and give them a chance. I mean, Nix, take this question, please. I mean, explain it in the most simplest of ways.
See, you have to eventually take a call whenever you want to do that. I don't think they care about the people to explain to them if the call has already been taken. So, if it is known to all, the questions will never come because then everybody knows that they are looking to go ahead and then build on the future. But then, the problem for people is they are going back to people who haven't worked. And
Yeah.
that's where the agitation, the frustration rises for people that how is it so open to us, but you are not able to see? Like, what is the reason here that in 14 overs, Hardik Pandya has bowled 4, but Mukesh has only bowled 1, and Aksar hasn't bowled at all? Then why are you even
Oh
playing
my
him?
God, that's 6
Yeah.
more. Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it's these simple questions and they keep getting it game after game. It's just like, what are these? And these are proper seasoned cricketers. They play so much of cricket and they can't get their best 11 really. They can't get their best 15 for the tour. Jaiswal must be thinking, why can't I play a game? I mean, I'm not just saying that in hindsight because Kishan's like, whatever, but perfect chance to play him. Perfect chance to play him. And they haven't done that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if after the kind of IPL that Jaiswal has had,
It's just like,
I actually didn't see that. Yeah,
if
sorry,
if
but
if after the kind of IPL that Jaiswal has had and he doesn't start for you,
God!
Oh, taken on the second
Wow.
row.
That was
Supported
hit
goals.
hard.
That was it so hard that they had to have 2 bites of the cherry, and that was Sanju Samson. I think cover.
Can
I mean, it
West
was
Indies really
spanked.
lose it from
They
here?
can't. Please don't tell me you can lose the game from here, West Indies. If you guys think West Indies will lose, do let us know in the comments. And please like this video if you think this catch was stunning from Sanju Samson. It was
Jeez,
straightforward
man.
in the breadbasket and
No,
out, but
that
then he
wasn't
fouls.
straightforward by no way. That was hit hard. That was really coming at you at some pace.
Yeah.
But again, brilliant.
Avnish,
off
last
speed.
game, you
Yeah,
last game you would only let around by saying that you can't lose from here, like 37 in
yeah,
30.
yeah, I remember
Let's
that.
have some spice.
No, but 37 from 30 is still something. 27 from 36 is just ridiculous.
But you never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
also, you know, I still want to continue that chat on the management. I don't think right now this management has an idea what they want to do with Umran Malik. They've been carrying him in the squads. He's also there in the T20I squad, but I don't think he'll get games. So there are far too many players that you are seeing right now who they don't have an idea what they want to do with him. They just want to take it at a game, like one game at a time. And I personally think if you're going to look at, each game as an isolated event, then you really can't build a team.
What about
You
Raj Tripathi? Even he's
Again,
gone away.
yeah, I mean, 5 matches. So it's like I said, you can't really have so many short term projects. And I am not even sure if 5 matches, 4 matches, one innings even qualifies as a short term project to begin with. So you can't really look at games as, every game as an isolated game. If you want to build a team, you then have to sort of figure out that what you want to do. I mean,
Yeah, but maybe the planning is not for these two World Cups. It's for the later ones.
Yeah, as funny as that sounds, I
पर
mean,
तब तक का तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी नहीं है.
अरे उसका तो क्या है पता किसको चलता है कौन कोई है हाउ डू यू एंड मी नो दैट हु इज मेकिंग द कॉल हियर
yeah, we can only guess.
True, that's true.
By the way, Bishno is back in, and surely, like,
We should ask this question to Bastav.
He's
Bastav is our insider. Bastav would know.
Bastav knows a lot of things. We need to catch that guy whenever he comes to office tomorrow. Right. So, can West Indies
Obviously,
is it pitched in line? No, it's not. I think
They should review this.
अरे क्या खुशी
Yeah, Bishno is confident, but I don't think that's
No,
there.
wait,
By the way, this is our last over to win the prediction, guys. Second innings. What time is the match going to be getting done? We're taking answers
Yeah.
before the 15th over. So you have 5 balls left.
And also 5 balls left for us to end the poll, so make sure you guys have put in your votes as well.
Yeah.
We'll close it now. Just make sure you guys have put in your votes. But this seemed like it had pitched outside leg. What do you guys make of this?
Gut feel pitching outside leg. Gut feel. But I could be wrong. Ooh, actually,
Wait, like,
Actually-
could be pitching on leg.
his guard is actually off stump. So that's why you think,
Let's wait.
because if he was batting a leg stump, then you'd see much more of the off stump. But clearly, this actually could be 3 reds,
Like, could have
It's
been-
No, I
definitely
think
no.
three reds would be. Even if it is pitching in line, I think it might just come as umpires call on stumps.
Can you
It's
rock and
not-
roll that,
No,
please?
I
It's a
don't
flat
think so.
line.
I
I'm
feel it would be
satisfied.
hitting for sure.
Just showing my t-shirt. But yeah, literally that.
Let's just wait.
Now DRS. What? Have you
Oh.
again made the umpire look stupid? I mean, to be fair, they've had some
No, the
diabolical
same
calls,
outside,
pitching.
Oh!
It was one of those.
Vishnu has been unlucky today,
Been very
barring
unlucky.
that first over.
Oh yeah, actually LBW, the catch. True, actually, he's bowled well.
But yeah, I mean, look,
you
India
can still get
have-
him out
Yeah,
can still
can
get
get
him
him out. But it's too late, I feel, because West
that
Indies.
can get a chop on or a slip
But
I mean there's
it'll
only other way to
will get a lot more interesting if Hitmar gets out this over.
Really though.
If
I
he does,
think Hetman has decided to just play him out.
play him out.
yeah.
And that's sensible, I think. I mean, essentially, looking at the grander scheme of things,
It is.
5 overs. I think there's 2 more for Mukesh.
I also was looking to play out Avnish when we were playing turf cricket, but then he offered me a couple of dollies.
What did you just score some runs, bro? The first time you're playing cricket and all, I thought make you happy a little bit.
I enjoyed Akshay's bowling though.
Bro, Akshay has he has a Bumrah run up, but he has what is that?
His jump reminds me of Steve Harmison.
Baap re, ek Steve Harmison,
No,
ek
like a
Pat Cummins,
Jacob Oram.
Jacob Oram. See,
Good
when
old
tennis
Jacob
ball,
Oram.
but trust me, it's hard to
Yeah,
get pace.
Jacob Oram.
This is it cannot be more different than Bumrah, Steve Harmison, and Jacob Oram. It is practically impossible to have to imagine somebody having a combination of Jacob Oram, Bumrah. क्या ऐसा कैसा डाल रहा है भाई
फिर तो बोलना पड़ेगा कि आप पुरुष नहीं, आप महापुरुष है.
Oh my god.
No, because Somesh calls me Sasta Pat Cummins, so you can add him as
Oh
well.
yeah, Pat Cummins. Actually, his finish is like Pat Cummins, to be fair. Yeah.
So Oram ka aisa aata tha. He used to do
But,
something like
but
this.
I just want to tell all the scouts over there that if you're looking for a tall pacer who can hit the deck, get extra bounce,
Hit the
then you
deck,
should
kiss
call.
the deck.
Then you should call Avnish to the nets when his foot is fine.
Man, I'm more of a finisher. I'm like your Rahman Paul, but with a little bit more success and a better voice.
So you also can't play spin.
Have you seen Rahman Paul speak?
Yeah, didn't we talk about it just the day before Sachin?
Hey, media.
Bas kar bhai.
Hey, media. Wow. By the way, keep your comments coming through. We've
Yeah.
literally lost our mind because the game is spiraling into
Yep, let's-
absolute shambles.
All right, and our producer.
Nikhil, what do you bowl?
I can bowl right arm off spin, leg spin, left arm orthodox. All
Left arm orthodox, ambidextrous,
ambidextrous. Yep.
and batting.
I'm batting also same.
Oh, the stubborn
Yeah,
run out
yeah.
here.
Hey, yaar.
What
Yes,
are they
yes.
doing?
Yeah. It's like my batting. When I want to defend, I bat left-handed. If I want to score, I bat right-handed.
Oh my word.
Sorry,
Sahi hai.
guys, lost track. But what just happened there? A diamond duck. Oh boy! Don't tell me West Indies is going to lose from here, man. Don't.
Chal, take a hat trick, Chel. Take a hat trick. That's
Oh my
all
word.
that.
I mean, to be fair, Romario Shepherd could have actually gone back here. He just gives up.
No, he tries to go back.
Yeah. There was no way. There was no way he was coming back.
Oh my
But
word.
what is the need to try for a risky second
Exactly.
in this situation?
Run
Arey,
out?
people are getting out in power play. This is still fine.
I saw the tweet.
Sammy's there. Sammy also seems a bit.
I mean, this is a joke, honestly.
जैसे we have free hit being a signal of sirens going off. Every time somebody gets run out, they should be like, गुनाह है, पागल हो क्या कर रहे हो? What are you doing?
Oh my word. Yeah, so I'm trying to get the likes up to 50.
And by the way, 3 Rajasthan Royals players in the middle: Holder, Hetmeyer, Chahal. All 3. Let's see what's.
Holder, Pachal, interesting.
Yeah.
Holder should bring this home for sure. By the way, keep your comments coming through. Shiva, we answered yours. There are more comments. We can also tell you the poll results in just due course as well. But shocking running from the West Indies. And no wonder Gurkirat hates run-outs, and this is why. Because it doesn't give you anything. What's the point?
Anyways, yeah, Shaunak, if we could have more comments here, let's take some of
Oh!
those. Unfortunately, yeah.
And by the way, this is like a watch-along month. If you guys are just keen to know, there's 3 more watch-alongs left to this series. So we'll be there to, I think the next one is on the 8th of August.
Yep, 8th of August, 9th of August.
No,
sorry.
8th, 12th, and 13th.
Wait, yeah, 8th, 12th, 13th, then 17th, 20th, and something else.
Yeah, so that's the Ireland series. We'll be doing that as well. Unfortunately, Gurkirat was supposed to go to the USA, but his flight was cancelled, which was shocking and bizarre.
Yeah.
Did they specify a reason why?
They said some intelligence authorities said if you are related to a tall person in Bangalore, you are a risk on
They
flights.
basically have been watching.
Oh, that's gone! He's out!
That's
He's
gone!
out!
Jason Holder
He's
and
out.
Ishan Kishan with a clock stopping, is it?
Dude, what are you
West
So-
Indies are throwing it
Lovely
away.
delivery. Lovely
Would this
delivery.
be your first time that you have 3 watch-alongs continuously? Not 3 watch-alongs, but 3 shows. You have a watch-along today. You
Yeah.
have a Monday night live tomorrow, and then day after you again have a watch-along.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then
Oh, my
Wednesday
word.
break, Thursday it's Deep Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's a good
Friday
one.
break, Saturday, Sunday again 2 watch-alongs.
So lots of content. Press the
Yep.
subscribe button and bell
Please make sure
icon
you're
as well.
aware.
One sec, are they even going upstairs? Is
Yeah,
out?
they've gone
Yeah, yeah,
upstairs.
yeah,
He had his foot well, and he's out. He's out for sure.
Yeah, I think he just lost his footing for a
Oh my word!
some
Look at
time and
Kishan.
tension.
Oh my word!
अरे क्या देख रहे हो भाई?
नहीं नहीं देखने दो भाई.
Oh my
तो मतलब
word!
कहाँ से उठा के?
You know, this side on angle tells you really how
How-
tall
Why
he
is the
is.
umpire? Wait, why is the square leg umpire there? Why isn't he on the crease? यहाँ से how will he ever be able to adjudge a run out or a stumping?
I mean,
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
Parallax
He'll
रहेगा
go.
इतना major.
You just go upstairs. He doesn't have to.
No, but am I wrong or shouldn't
No,
you
no,
be?
you are right. You are
No,
100%
no,
right.
no.
From that angle, even if the batter is in,
Yeah,
it's
you'll
going
never.
to show him that he's out of the crease. There's a massive parallax that is going to come from that angle.
Exactly. And इसके लिए engineering भी नहीं चाहिए. This is basic. This is basic logic.
Yes, Sagar, we're having a watch-along for Ireland, and it will be
Yep,
fun.
yep,
More excited for that.
100%.
So, yeah, Bumrah's
Yeah.
captain and whatnot. So.
There's Bumrah, there's
Yeah.
Prasid. There's lots to look
And-
forward to.
Actually, you can't tell, am I wrong? Because then
Yeah.
Somesh will get angry.
Essentially, one sec, guys, are we seeing a West Indian cock up over here? Or do you think India, I mean, will still lose this game?
Yeah, this is out. And
This is out. Move on with it,
Yeah.
yaar.
the thing is, the only silver lining for West Indies is the fact that they have really good depth.
Yeah.
Like there's Akil Hussain who can bat. There's Obed. Okay, not McCoy. Who's the other one? Who are the three left?
Alzari.
Alzari can bat.
Joseph
Yeah.
can bat.
So
There
Joseph
is
can bat,
Hussain,
so can Akil
There
Hussain.
is Hussain and there is Obed McCoy.
Yeah.
Arbat
McCoy's-
hat-trick, game done. Let's go that way. No?
It's not like Hussain and then Inshallah, right? So it's Joseph, we know
Yeah.
him. Unlike Gurkirat always says in his PSL fantasy.
He's
team.
injured. Holder
Last
injured
over.
himself.
Oh, he's injured. He's pulled a hammy and being stumped. Imagine insult to injury that.
Ooh.
Literally.
Literally that. Imagine being stumped and pulling a hamstring in the same ball. Wow.
Oh, God.
Adding insult to injury.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
We're having Watchalong Saga. Keep your comments coming through. And of course, do follow all of us on our personal social media handles.
Sure.
Gurkirat on Instagram and Twitter. So is Nix. Akshay doesn't have an Instagram account.
I do. I mean,
Akshay has, it's not, he doesn't update it.
I don't use it for anything.
You're more on Twitter.
Yeah, but I would say that. Not actively tweeting, but yeah.
Fair call. Man, I want this game to get over quickly. Man, I've not had dinner. It's a joke.
Yo, 11:34 was your prediction when it comes to time?
Yeah, I'm 18 minutes shy. From
Okay,
that.
that's actually still doable. Dude,
What,
technically,
what's your
this is-
prediction?
I had 11:70.
11:70 in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're just 4 hits away, technically speaking, 4 sixes. I'm actually looking at it that way.
Essentially,
4
they
sixes or 3 wickets. 3 balls for 3 wickets, and 4 balls for 4 sixes.
But
See-
wait, Chahal has an over after this. Okay.
Chahal has
Yeah,
two
yeah.
balls.
So only.
In that
Uh,
case, yeah, it becomes a bit.
you
tricky.
think he's going to bowl the wrong one?
He could.
But
And
who bowls
West
for India next? Who bowls for India
Why?
next? Mukesh only. Yeah.
Yep.
Or do you go
Oh!
to Arshdeep now?
Good
Mukesh
delivery, yeah.
has 2, Arshdeep has 1.
One.
And
Oh,
there's still
run.
1. Yeah,
So it's
so
going to be the same. Mukesh 2, 1 Arshdeep, 1 Chahal.
Yeah.
I think
And,
next they should go to Arshdeep.
Nothing for
yeah.
Akshay.
Oh wait, if they go to Arshdeep next, then that means it would be Arshdeep, Mukesh, Chahal, Mukesh.
I think they'll go to Chahal. Oh, they'll go to Mukesh first because
Yeah,
Mukesh
they'll
has.
have to go to Mukesh first because he has 2 left. So
Unless
Arshdeep
they-
can go the 18th over then.
Yeah, unless they plan to give the last over to Akshay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Except India, every team has depth.
A
in
wicket
batting.
here will help, na? If they get it. At man.
That's raw wicket here, and West Indies are done. Oh, he's not given him. How do you not? Abey, how do you not
He should
give
be
that?
gone.
How do you not give
Going
that
down
out?
lane.
Bro,
क्या bat?
if
क्या
West-
सोचा?
if West Indies lose from here, guys, that is a cardinal sin. That
Have
can't-
they
Will
reviewed
also-
or not?
But wait, how
They
is this
reviewed.
given out?
We'll get a clip any which ways. So let's wait.
No, that's true. But 1 second, on gut feel, you guys think this is out? I thought it was
This
drifting.
is अरे कहाँ drifting भाई? Middle
Ah.
stuff.
No, this is
कहाँ
hitting
खड़ा
leg
है?
stump. This is hitting leg stump for sure.
It
Because
is-
he's been
Bit
hit on the
off
back
पे हुआ
foot.
है, middle and off पे. There's no way this is missing. He's adjacent. Bat है तो ठीक है.
Bhai, this is gone.
That's
Like
gone.
how do you
That-
not give this out?
That is
The
gone. That is
umpiring
not
has been
out.
really poor in this match.
Like, but how?
The
Like,
umpiring reminds me of like those Pakistani umpires. In the
I had a
90s.
feeling you were going back.
That Shakur Rana.
Shakur, yeah,
Shakur Rana.
I knew Shakur Rana was going
Honest
to
to God,
get a shout out. Dude, man.
it's a flat line.
Like, this is plumb. This is like literally, oh boy.
That's
On
plumb.
the back foot.
That's hitting middle of leg stump.
middle, bhai. Leg bhi
No,
nahi,
it'll
nahi
turn
ghum
in
raha.
on the
I
angle.
don't think it'll turn that much, and there's not even enough space. Like he's on the back foot, right next to it.
That is out.
Oh my
Hey, it is
word.
out.
This was
It is.
out the moment it touched his pad. I mean,
Yeah, bhai.
shocking.
Chashma.
चलो मैं
it's
वापिस बोल रहा हूँ. 2 wickets left. अर्शदीप लाओ 2 wicket लो गेम
भाई
खत्म.
साहिल भी बोल रहा है भाई क्या चल रहा है.
1 second, if I'm a West Indian cricket fan, how is this happening? Are you serious right now?
The only way I can justify it is they didn't deserve to win the first T20. So, Ajnabi wala hi Akshay
Bro,
Kumar
if
wala.
they lose this, I mean, that just sums up.
Oh boy.
Oh my word. That is crazy. So, Alzari Joseph. And now it's a good time to get Akshar Patel in. That's a
Why are you so
why right hander. Get him back in to the scheme of things.
But
Oh
geez,
my
3
word.
wickets in that over, man. And that stupid run out. All of it began with that stupid run out.
just like in that last game.
Exactly.
Exactly, Samson. Yeah. Oh boy.
They
how
should ban runouts. मतलब not ICC, but teams should ban runouts.
Honest to God. This is just quite crazy. I haven't seen
They go-
anything.
Seriously, neither
No.
have I. This is some
You
I
know,
mean, when did Puran get out, guys?
last over, the over before Chahil's.
Yeah.
So they were 4
Mukesh
down
bhai.
123. Wow.
you know, these runouts should they should have that ad, like how these Indian movie halls have that tobacco ad where they say कि इतना तंबाकू आपको बहुत
हानिकारक
बीमार
है.
आपके लिए हानिकारक है. They should have the same ads for runouts, because clearly we have seen there's absolutely zero upside to taking these extra risky singles or risky runs, and you can see what happens. I mean, India saw what happened in that last game. India saw what happened today with their best batter getting run out, and now West Indies runouts are very like that.
I mean, runouts are
No, but that'll actually be good video play as well if that ad comes out with that similar style of edit and just run outs.
I'm happy to give that voiceover for that ad.
Okay,
No,
so it's a
but-
runner ball right now, guys. Who's your money on? And tell us in the comments as well. Big shout out to all the people watching us right now.
Yeah,
43 if you're
exactly.
like and
Make sure
subscribe.
you're hitting the like button.
And tell us what's going to happen. 23 of 23, 2 wickets left. Joseph and Hussain, anything can happen. Who are you guys going for? Do you think India can pull it out of the fire?
Kya pull it out of the fire, bhai?
126 for
Hit down
4. Nicholas Puran gets out. They're 130 for 8 right now. Gurkirat, you have to give me a prediction right now. India or West Indies?
I'd say India.
Okay.
there. India from here.
Next, India.
It's for India to lose from here.
Yeah, exactly. It's
India
India's
to
game.
Goes out from here. Yeah.
Yeah, and what you also have to keep in mind is that both Mukesh and Arshdeep are good with Yorkers. So
Yeah.
it's all about nailing 2 Yorkers.
Oi, not like
Oh,
that.
good week is it?
No,
Who
but
saved?
he got- and it hit his pad as well, if I'm not wrong. Abey, bhag kahan raha hai, bhai?
No, I understand that, Gurkirat, that they have good Yorkers, 100%, but it's a runner ball. They have to just play smart cricket, yeah, just touch and run.
A number 10 batter. Watch smart cricket.
But Joseph is actually the best
He is-
number 10 out there.
He is good.
One of
He's
the best
more than
number 10s.
capable.
And
I agree.
Akil Hussain is no slouch with the
Yeah,
batting.
but we haven't really seen a lot of smart cricket on this tour anyway.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. I predicted this match will get
Yeah,
over
if-
to 70.1.
You know,
Glad that I
if
didn't
West
see that.
Indies lose today,
Yeah.
maybe Nicholas Puran can have a word with KL Rahul on how he felt when Punjab used to lose those matches. But yeah, it would be very similar to how Punjab has lost a few games in the IPL.
No, seriously. Sports fans saying who choked worse, Indian first match or West Indies in second one? I think the West Indies capitulation today has just been sickening to see. 126 to 4.
Equally
And I know those modes of dismissals were avoidable, especially the bloody Shepherd run out. Holder got a really good one to turn, but still, it's all kind of culminated in a way that it's not been the most fruitful 15 minutes for them in the last 15 minutes.
No, pitching
Oh,
outside
that's-
leg. Pitching outside.
Oh my God, Mukesh.
Mukesh,
Mukesh like,
bhai,
le lo,
अरे
please,
भाई,
le lo.
अरे,
Mistaken.
it seemed pitching outside leg.
What's to lose? What's to lose?
There's nothing to lose, but the way he was so like sure,
Yeah,
as if कि भाई तो out ही है. He was like busy.
and that's
giving
what
him
a
out.
sports fan says. But
No, but what-
I think
They
this is
have 2
similar.
reviews left.
Yeah, just outside leg stump. That's my gut.
No, I think they have 1 review left.
By the way,
because-
Pandya is saying stump पे डालो अगर कुछ होगा मेरे को बोल like he's actually saying this. I'm not making this up.
No,
He's
he's
actually
saying
saying-
it's my decision to take the fucking DRS.
Yeah, so-
let me take it.
No, he's pitching outside leg.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pitching outside leg. Because impact itself is on leg stump.
But look where he's standing, lad.
Impact is on leg stump height. Chuck where he's standing. Impact is on leg stump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely.
Okay.
Unless the ball straightened, which I don't think it did.
Why does it feel like this match we've seen like 10 million reviews been taken? Like, oh my god, it's
That's
just
how
such a
shoddy
life.
the
Umpiring has been poor.
Shocking.
You,
Jaquan Mamaya, good to see you. Once a legend said India can
Clearly
play with
outside.
two teams simultaneously if you got whether they'll win or not. Dude, that's a huge one.
umpiring has been poor. You start from that Nicholas Puran LBW of Arshdeep, right?
Yeah.
Where the impact, I mean, impact being umpire's call was just being a stroke. I mean,
Major
it was umpire's call by a very thin margin. And then you had that that LBW which wasn't given off off Bishnoi, and
That was Hetmaya.
Whew.
Oh, inside Reds will get a
no,
single.
Powell facing Bishnoi.
Ah,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
that was Pavel. Yeah, that was Pavel.
Powell
Sagar
facing
Chandra
Bishnoi.
take
Then
got
you
the
had
field.
that Hetmeyer catch by Gill. Then
Yeah.
they went for the
Yep, true.
It's
Puran
a
has
game.
played a gem of a knock, and wait, guys. I mean, as much as we're saying
The game
it
is
is
not
India's
done.
game to lose.
But
yeah,
if
let's-
India wins this, then who's the man of the match? Tilak?
Let's first get there. Let's
Let's
we'll
get
have
there.
time.
To be fair. So what's Joseph going to do? Is Joseph going to go hard at it or
single, bhai.
Singles,
कुछ नहीं,
right?
बस single. 21 or 20, क्या hard, क्या है?
that's what we thought, but now they clearly
No,
Let us
self-imploding.
Yeah, that's what.
Self-implosion at its best. It's another dog ball over there. I mean, the West Indies, how can you lose it from here, man?
Next over is the game. Next over is the game. I don't think he's going to risk now.
Will
Chelsea
you
last over.
guys agree with Pranav Anand? Give an over to Akshar here? No.
Avnish does.
No. Just
Avnish is-
for shits and giggles, yeah. But in all seriousness, they can close Arshdeep, Chahal, Arshdeep.
It'll be Chahal, Mukesh,
Oh, sorry.
Arshdeep.
Ah, correct, yeah.
Or Chahal, Arshdeep, Mukesh, either ways, but it's going to be Chahal next over for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure.
At
I
least
feel
that's what
that too.
logic dictates.
Can Mukesh finish
Oh,
well? That is.
bhai sahab.
That is appreciated as well by Joseph. So it comes down to the final 3 overs, guys. 21 to win. West Indies has to have 2 wickets remaining, and it's just quite been a complete twist in the plot. If you saw this game 20 minutes ago, you would have switched your televisions off.
Dude, we were just saying 27 of 36.
That's
Come
a
on.
joke. That's a
And
our post series for someone as experienced as Hetma saying Ankar Bishwas. Yeah, true.
by the way, just
You
6
can't-
runs in the last 3 overs, huh? 27 of 36, now it's 21 of 18.
Yeah. Hardik, he wants the man of the match also.
Oh,
Saying
true.
Sanjay
That's
Pape
actually a
did.
good point. He has a 3 for. Okay, he didn't do anything with the bat though.
Oh, both the teams pretty much neck to neck in terms of
West
boundaries.
Indies going out of their way to match India.
Seriously.
You know,
And
wicket
10
for
fours
wicket,
and
going
7
out of their
sixes.
way.
Why could this match be done already? It just feels like
okay. What have you ordered for dinner?
I don't
Nahi
know.
ghar
That's
se
the
aaya.
thing. It's come from home, which is even more like it's home food. We don't know
Tempting.
what it is, and my stomach is just literally craving for food right now. Have you eaten, by the way, Gurkira? That's why you came in the second innings, right?
Yeah, I ate before I came on, but I came in the
Oh.
second innings because I had some commitment.
Arshdeep is bowling this one.
Arshdeep, it is.
That's why I said logic dictates.
Okay,
so-
please, Arshdeep, finish the game, or
4
Hussein
bites.
finish the game. One of
4.
y'all just do me a favor. Oh, he's got 4. He's got 4. Can you believe it? There was backward point. It was kind of more backward than backward point, but I mean, you guys will see in the
Yeah,
replay.
squarer than backward point, Avnish.
Yeah,
Clearly at a loss for words.
lost for words, but he's dug it out brilliantly.
Yeah,
man.
well played.
What is this comment?
Bhai, Rohan bhai, he
Which is
wants
your
to know our
favorite food
education.
panelist?
He wants to know our food preferences. Rohan, we're still waiting up. We'll
In
take you up
terms,
on
okay,
that wine.
but in terms of vegetarian food, 2 cuisines which win hands down is Punjabi food and Andhra cuisine. My
I
God.
love both of them. I'd also add Indian Chinese.
I mean, there's so many other good
Exactly,
ones.
yeah.
Like our man, good old friend Nix, of course, will say Gujarati food is also great, which I agree. But I would say Andhra and Quickly in terms of food.
Guilty pleasures, cravings, Indian Chinese.
Indian Chinese.
That's sort of.
Gurkirat, quickly.
These days, I can't have enough of galati kebabs, and I've become a sucker for cheesecake.
Arey baap re, like
That's insane. And Nick, you?
Yeah, Indian Chinese, North Indian is also good at times. So yeah. Mix
even
of
I
it.
love
Indian Chinese is something that like in Delhi, momos have caught up so much that you sometimes can't really have enough of them.
That
So, yeah.
Dolma momos, that Dolma auntie momos is good. What?
Yeah, it's good, but yeah, I mean, uh, but I know everyone likes food in Delhi, and it is very good. But I prefer food in Amritsar.
Oh yeah, for sure. But generally, I think Delhi, in terms of the variety and the
Yeah.
range you
Yeah,
have,
that's
100% is hands down number one. Then Mumbai, and then we can debate.
True. And by the way, that reminds me, I
Hyderabad
talked to
as well.
Paji off it. I'll be coming to Delhi next month, so I should talk to him.
Get
off
him
it.
some food recommendations. He sent so
Bye,
much.
I'll meet him. I'll take him with
For
me.
sure.
If he's coming, I'll meet him and I'll take him to places.
By the way, Santosh Udupa, I
Oh, clear stand.
run two, come back. They come back
Very
for
nice.
two. So 14 from 14. We're just having a little bit of fun here. And Santosh, I wouldn't like soup over right now because I'm so hungry I can eat my own hand. Being a Delhi-eyed, food in Amritsar is the best, followed by Delhi and
Agreed,
Calcutta.
Amritsar food.
Calcutta as well. Street food is top.
Oh, yeah.
Hyderabad as well in terms of street
Calcutta,
food.
for sure. No, Calcutta hands down takes the cake.
No, but Hyderabad as well.
No. Calcutta hands down. It's sad. It's
Only street
almost
food.
food in general.
general.
It's almost sad that Calcutta isn't spoken much about when it comes to food. Like Delhi hogs so much.
Okay,
of the
so we know what's in your dinner, Avnish.
Oh, thank you. My mother spilled the beans. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And 50 people watching for the first time.
Thank you
Please
so much.
like it.
Please
on that.
make sure you hit the like button if you
But
want.
back to the game. More dinner
Yeah.
chats for sure, because that's what happens with me and Gurkirat. We both love our food so much that we forget about cricket.
No, as much as we would love to take your comments, bhai Devnath, matlab kya chal raha hai, bhai?
Putki Maira Demu. What is
What does
Putki
that
Maira?
mean?
We don't know.
Okay, sorry. Might be a bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
But because I said it, Gijoy, please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Please, yeah,
I don't know
please.
what words I've uttered. But yeah.
Rohan
Rohan
bhai,
Patil
guys.
Oh my
Favorite
word.
TV series is cricket.com watchalongs.
Favorite TV
And my
series is
favorite
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
What? Now you're just intruding into our personal space.
ये favorite girlfriend कुछ नहीं होता है.
Studio and have a chat about all of it.
There is no favorite girlfriend.
Favorite TV series. Oh my
No,
word.
I'm guessing favorite TV series or girlfriend. Matlab alag, no.
For sure. Okay, back to the
but-
game now. It's 12 of 12.
Yeah.
All you guys, I asked you one over ago. Whose is it to win? You guys said India.
It's still
Still India's?
Still
Because
India's
Chahil's over still there. This was stupidity on Pandya's part to bring in. I still feel Chahil should have been given that over. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
I mean,
And
you
Paji.
trust
Oh,
Ashdeep to nail those Yorkers and at least give you one breakthrough. It didn't happen, but I don't think it was particularly a bad a tactical call or a bad decision. Nikhil wanted him to come in, I think, the previous over.
Yeah, I
So
think
basically-
the problem to me has been the length more than the choice of bowler. So
It's not a captaincy.
Oh, and now
call.
it's
Yeah.
Mukesh.
So Chahil bowls the last.
So Chahal bowls the last one.
Oh, short, yeah.
Slashed
So-
away
then-
for one.
just
I think-
11.
but wouldn't these two don't not mind pace?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Exactly, which is why I said, and also Chahal got a lot of turn.
Yeah.
Like he got it to rip. So I mean, I don't
That's
know.
true. And especially like when you're taking the chance against spinners, you're trying to make pace for yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
By the way, look what our producers put out, because Nick and Akshay and me will be there tomorrow. That means at 8 p.m. sharp, live, discussing lots of things. And you guys can catch Gurkirat's show later on the week as well. We're doing a watch along on Tuesday. Lots of long format content this week on cricket.com. But back to the game.
Whoa, is that a wicket or is
Azari
that
Joseph! He's
six?
going for 6.
Oh my goodness, that's a six.
No,
Oh,
but Surya
Surya
saying
saying
it's
it's 4.
before. Surya saying it's pitched before, so 7 of 10. If we lose now, Paji Pandya should be blamed for his captaincy decision, and rightly so, saying Sagar Chandra. It's not like Paji is defending Hardik Pandya. He's just saying maybe
But
certain calls.
in Pandya's
See,
defense,
I think
the
not
limits.
bowling Arshdeep was not wrong, but I think not finishing Chahal is a problem.
Yeah.
So giving
He's
over
saying
to Arshdeep is not a problem.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I said something. Sorry, play that again. It's like I think I said that whole
Wait.
low deka ball.
No. It was. Oh wait, yeah.
Is it something like that? Oh shit! I walked into. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh please.
छोड़ो भाई, जो भी है छोड़ो,
If
देखा
it
जाएगा.
is of a different language, sure. But if it's Hindi or English, and if you just punned it out and been clever there, you might have had me good time.
Yeah, fair. But I agree with Nix. Maybe bowling bowling Arshdeep over Chahal wasn't tactically a bad call in isolation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But even Mukesh, like, these were two bad deliveries. The first one was short and wide to Akil Hussain, and this wasn't short. This wasn't anything. This was there to be hit, and he definitely took toll.
Oh my word! Please get the game done. I really want to eat.
But what if, like Santosh said, if this goes into super over territory?
Don't tell me that. But Arshdeep and
See, from
Mukesh,
here you.
Sorry, Nick. Go on.
Yeah, I think this is also a fair way to look at it. That if Arshdeep and Mukesh can't take the last 2 wickets, that's also a fine way to look at it. So, like, in either which ways, you either blame the execution or the option that you had with getting an over of Chahal.
Just coming back to this replay, guys, it actually gives me on second and third and fourth glance more feeling that it's a 6 flat on the rope.
I hope it's a 6.
Which is what Akshay was saying earlier. And I mean, it's just shocking. So they've got on 6 of this, then it brings down the equation of 5 of 10. And surely.
Whoa!
And now West Indies to win it, or sure, it's still India's game.
No, it's
still India's game.
I wouldn't say India's game, but 50-50 because, dude, it's two more wickets.
No
it can
ways,
happen in the
guys.
space of 2 days.
No, but I think it's gone unless they bowl 2 very good balls, because I don't think they've been threatening enough.
That's the thing.
My problem is they haven't even made any pressure. Had Arshdeep bowled a quiet over, off a 2-run or 3-run over, then you feel they have a problem.
Yorker. Will they come for 2 or no? They won't. Oh, and Mukesh has just been close lines.
Don't you think with the number 10, you don't even need a good ball? Even a bad ball could get you a wicket.
Not for every number 10, no. Not for every number 10. That is
11:41. Sanjay.
Akil Hussain and Alzhar Joseph are decent enough bats to see out anything.
Yeah, that's true. But you never know. We've seen funny things happen.
We have. Okay. In fact, the producer has said just keep a lookout for these times, because 11:41 is the closest prediction we've had so far
from Sanjay,
and it's 4 minutes away, that winning shot. But they could have a winning shot right now. So will Akil Hussain go for the hero shot, or will he be more patient? Let's see what's he going to go for. He goes over.
Has he cleared?
2 runs.
Yeah, 2
runs. But
surely winning this, guys.
I think. I want to ask you all this question: what changes do you see in the Indian 11 for the next T20I?
Avesh Khan back in for Mukesh Khan. Mukesh Khan, go on.
Avesh Khan is part of the squad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the squad.
All right.
He's also a part of the series in Ireland.
For sure.
Sorry?
I
foresee one change. That is, Akshar Patel will go out, or one of the spinners will go out and Jaiswal will come in. Yeah, because they will clearly have to strengthen the batting.
Yeah, that could very well happen as well. Is this a winning moment for West Indies? They go down the ground.
Yes!
It's 2-0. It's too good. West Indies telling India how it's done. And look at the celebration. All the silence. And he's taking a page out of KL Raul's books over there.
Yep.
Baji, don't hit hard questions right away, saying Chachant. But there will be a lot of questions to be answered from this Indian management and Hardik Pandya. Because look, they're 2-0 down. And me, Nix and Akshay were of the belief that they should lose the series for the greater good. And right now it's coming true. 2-0. Talk to me.
Yeah, to be clear, you weren't. Me and Nix were. You wanted it to be 2-0 down and India to
come back 3-2. I mean, that's the Indian fan in me. But look, 2-wicket win, a slender win. I mean, you guys couldn't have called it in the last 15 minutes, but it's been a fantastic watch, really. And before I eat Akshay up in the studio, I'm going to go for dinner and we're going to end proceedings right now. Quickly, Gurkirat, because you've already eaten dinner. Your turning point in your man of the match. Same question for Nix.
Turning point, I'd say would be that that Bishnoi over, or
आराम से time.
No,
time लो,
quickly,
time लो,
man.
time
Come
लो
on, I'm
अपने पास.
hungry.
Puran's innings?
Purin's innings. Next, you echo those thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay,
Puran's
I
knock.
love Nix. I mean, he just senses it, bro. This is why Nix is such a sweetie. Thanks, Nix and Gurkirat, for your time. Akshay, brilliant. And of course, if you guys like this,
Please hit the like button, please, guys. And thank you so much for being a part of it. 46 of you watching right now.
Brilliant. I will be there tomorrow
Yep.
night at 8 p.m. Monday Night Live. We're going to have
Yes.
a lot of fun in that show. Tuesday for the watch along and plenty more content as well. That's all we have time for. Thanks so much for watching. No one won the prize in the second innings, but Jagmeet Singh Oberoi, enjoy your night. We'll DM you with our merchandise as well. Time to say goodbye. Have a fantastic week ahead. That's all we have in this one.